Everybody. Oh, what's up, y'all? Everybody ready? Y'all ready? Y'all got y'all shoes on tight? Woo! Man, oh man. I get excited when I get in here with y'all. Here is my incredible co-host for the evening. Yes, indeed. She's up in here. She is up in here.
Hi, guys.
What's going on, China?
Not much. I'm feeling good today.
Feeling good? You feeling good?
Yeah.
All right, you're looking good. You're smiling. Give everybody all that magnificentness. What's up, Kara Stone? Queen Andrew. Is that you, Queen? Elisa, Arlene. What's up, Merlin? Merlin gonna be our new moderator, y'all. Hold up. Let me get her on point. Okay, how do we do that? Oh, I know how to do it. Oh, I know how to do it. Yeah. Oh man, there's some new YouTube stuff they doing. I got to do it in a few minutes. What's going on, everybody? Y'all ready to get this thing going? What's up, Kara Stone, Andrea, Kathy Sprameli? Why do I want to always say Sprameli? I don't know why. It must have been something when I was a child, way back in my baby, my what is it? The baby diaper days. Something. What's up, Robin Hill? Connie Barnes up in here. What's up, Connie? Andrea, Robin Hill. Go ahead. Tell them, China. I see you in there. Jennifer. What's up, Jennifer? Honey B. Lee. How you feeling? Loyal Dior. Where you been? Phil Bragg. Louisiana up in here. No Narcnet. I see you. Man, everybody, it's good energy. I feel it. I feel good. You know, I feel the vibe already from the chat. What's up, Value Val? Ollie D. $1. $1 make you holler. What's up, Jerry? How you feel, champ? Jacqueline, Prod by AdWords. Reese, what's up, Reese? Arlene, Kizzy knows best. What's up, Jen? Jennifer in the house.
It's all
Yeah, what's up, K-Ron? William Roy. That's my boy, Roy. What's up, Raylene? Tijuana. Shamilia Keisha Spady up in here. Yes, indeed. It feels so good to see everybody checking in. It does. It feels like that song Roll Call. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to start doing. I'm going to have to get a song made up just for the roll call. What's up, Aquarian? I see you in there. Alicia Lena. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. How long does that last? I don't know. Sweet Jersey tomatoes. What's up, Kara Stone? Jacqueline, Raylene, No Narcnet. Ninum C. I see you, Shamilia. Value Val. Connie Barnes. Yankee 52 Go Blue. What's up, Jeanette Jameson? Kanita. What's up, Patrick Lewis? How you feel? How's everybody doing on this wonderful Friday night? How are you tonight up in here, China?
I'm good. I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You got your notes together? You ready? You ready to do what we do?
Yes, sir.
Get it in. My friends, y'all ready to get it in, my friends? Because if you're ready, if you really ready, We're gonna get it started as soon as y'all hit the like button. What's up, Holly?
Oh, yeah.
Arma in the house. What's up, Kent? Let me see. I gotta get my new where's she at? Where's Marilyn at? I'm trying to get you in here, Marilyn. Where you at? I'm gonna try to find you here. I got my channel set up funny, man. It's oh boy. Always something. Always something. Okay, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I'm gonna find you. Who we got in there? We got the Queen. Yes, we do. No Narknet in the house. Betty Boop. Man, we made it through another week, y'all.
Yes.
Yes, we did. What's up, Felicia? We made it through another week. What's up, I bring Ree? Daggone it. Marilyn, I gotta say Marilyn, say hey, Marilyn, so I can pull you up on my cell phone. I'm trying to make you official in here tonight. Get Marilyn in the chat. One of our aficionados in here. Lottie Dottie. We like the party. How y'all feeling in here tonight, this evening? Huh? How y'all feeling this evening? Everybody good? What's up, Jill Allen? I bring Ree. I see you, Connie and Robin Hill. Kent. Uh-huh. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Y'all ready for this topic tonight?
Yes.
You ready? You sure? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, y'all. We're going to take you back a little bit. We're going to go back. We're going to go all the way back. All right. How about that? We're going to go back to when the narc. Well, first of all, y'all, we're going to talk about a few different topics here tonight. Okay. I always start off with a topic, but that's just getting us started. Okay. That's all. Phenomenal, mommy. So y'all all remember back in the day when you was dealing with the narc and, you know, you was feeling all heartbroken stuff. And after all of the cruel and unusual punishment that we go through and have gone through, of course, the narc, you know how they do.
Yeah.
Took us through that and pretended to, for it to be nothing. So after going through all of that, somehow, somewhere in the sky, the majesty, the mystical magic of sky magic or something, we thought that the narc had changed their ways. Yes. Yes. We thought that somehow, in order for the narc to do what they did, they must have changed for the new supply. They must have changed for this new person. They must have found the error in their ways while they were with us, right? And said to themselves, you know what? I'm not going to do this to the next person. I'm not going to be this kind of person to the next person, right? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just go and guys, it's hard to even talk like that. Like really? A narcissist that somehow got a conscience now. They realize that I'm an abuser. I abuse people. I use people. I try to destroy people. And out of that, and we just experienced all of it, walking on eggshells every single day of your life, trying to figure out what exactly it is that we did wrong. What did I do to make the narcissist treat me so bad? What did I do? And And because it had to have been me. There's no way that somebody is that evil. There's no way that there's a person out here that's just that bad, that hideous, that treacherous. Treacherous. There's no way. No way. What's up, son cat? There's absolutely no way that it could have been the narcissist. It had to have been me because the narc already has someone new. Right? They have someone new. I don't, even though I just found out that I'm not even with the narc anymore, right? I just found out today, and they've been dealing with this person for I don't know how long. But it had to have been me, right? Because, or the narcissist saw that, what if the narcissist saw that they lost the best thing that ever happened to them in me, and they decided, I'm not going to destroy my new relationship the way I destroyed my last relationship and the relationship before that and the relationship before that and all of the other relationships before that. Right? Ain't that how we think? Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Is that, in fact, how we think?
Yeah.
That they have gone on and changed. They have discarded all of the lying, the thievery, the conniving. They have gone on their way. They have done something different. So I would just like everybody to chime in to let us know, what are your thoughts? When you initially broke up with the narc and found out about the new supply, what did you think? Did you believe that they had changed for the new supply? Now, since I brought all this up, I'm going to chime in first. Okay? I'm going to chime in first. What's up, New England Beauty? I see you. William Finley, Jacqueline. So, for me, it's a hard no for me. It's a hard no.
Sure.
Hell to the no. I did not think for one moment that I was losing anything of value. I did not think for one moment that the next person wasn't going to get it. I didn't. Now, I will admit I did have some help, okay? Because I was already watching these type of videos before I got out of it. You dig? So when I started to resonate and be around people that were going through the same thing, and I saw how people, had already dealt with this. It wasn't something, it was just for me. This was something that millions of billions of people are living through.
Yes.
So I never thought, nah, it's just me. And she's gone off to greener pastures and, some lucky guy. I never thought that. To this day, I've never thought that. I've always looked at it as, boy, some jokers gonna get it out here. Whoo, good God. Especially when I learned that they give it to the next person worse. Come on, China. Talk to us. Tell us about it.
I came up with anytime anybody can help somebody ruin their relationship and intertwine into something and just destroy somebody that either they knew you existed or not, that person is definitely not going to get treated better because the narc already know their weakness now. He know that's a weak person and that, his manipulation and his abuse is ambiguous right now. It's open to interpretation. He can do what he want with this person. And that's why they run over there, because they see the weakness. They like, okay, she's standing up for herself. I'm going to go play with this person for a minute. Then I'm going to come back over here.
There you go. There you go. And it happens just like that.
Yep.
just like that. They just like,
Yep.
hey, I'm gonna run over here. I don't. Okay, you starting to stand up for yourself.
Yep.
This ain't gonna work. No, this ain't gonna work. Let me go ahead over here where the picking is easy,
Easy.
and then they can go over. They've already been treating the other person good because they treating you as bad as they can. They're treating you as bad as they can because they're looking for a discard, or they just say, hey, you know what? This just ain't working. I'm gonna just discard you. Period. Point blank. I'm out. I'm done. And and I don't even care what happens. And then the discard is so cold. It's so cold that you truly believe in your mind there's no way that this person is going to come back after what they did to me. There's no way. They make us think that their pride won't let them come back. Like my mom. Nah, I'm like they would be too ashamed to come back. And shame is not even in their language. Shame is not in their language. That's not even a part of their language.
No.
They don't care. They would just sit back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this didn't work out over here. Let me get on over there.
Yep.
Let me get right on over there. No biggie, no nothing. Because I got what I needed out of you.
Yep.
I got what I need. And now I'm going to go over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go over here with this new person. And everything that you told me, your dreams of having a business, owning this type of house, living in this area, going on trips to this place, eating at this restaurant, going out to these different places. See, now they get to go out to the new person and they get to mimic everything that you would be doing. Everything that you have told them about. Because, guys, these people have no originality.
No.
Zero. They are going to mimic somebody else at all times. And we sitting there thinking, wow, they're showing you on their social media. Wow, man. Oh my goodness. They just did. So what? Oh, they getting married? Oh man, they on this fake. I know they not in Fiji. We talked about going to Fiji. Come on. What? And we sitting there thinking to ourselves, dang, man. The narc must have changed, man. The narc must have changed, man. Ain't no way they didn't change. Because if the narc didn't change, if they didn't change, they wouldn't be able to, the new supply wouldn't stay. We sitting there waiting for them to start doing to the new supply what they were doing to us. Like they're gonna show you that what they were doing, guys. They know you watching.
Yeah.
They know you're watching. They know how they left you.
Yeah.
Guys, trust me and believe this. A narcissist sets you up. That's how they know where you are mentally.
Yeah.
It was a setup the whole time. And now you're in the place where everything has come to maturity. Now the narc is sitting there saying, oh, no, I don't want you. Well, what? Whoa. Why you keep calling me? I mean, what is it? I mean, can you say everything you need to say right now in the next 5 seconds so I never had to hear your voice again? That's how they make you feel.
Yeah.
Like anything you say, you on the phone scared to breathe too loud because they're like, wow, why you breathing so? Oh my God, I got something to do. I got to call you back. I'll call you back.
Yeah.
And they make you feel like everything you say is dirty and stupid.
Yes.
And now they're out with somebody else. And it appears that they are having the time of their life. It appears that the narcissists, they're happy now. How you gonna go somewhere else and be happy with this person? And you ain't give me my chance. You gave me that first month, and now you over here with this person, and y'all doing all the stuff that we talked about doing. Y'all ever notice they want to do the exact same thing that you were saying? Guys, they know you're watching. And the reason they want you and need you to watch is because now this is the place where you start turning on yourself. Now you start turning on yourself and start thinking it must have been me.
Yep.
It had to have been me, because the narc is in a new relationship already. And guys, for all of y'all trying to mimic the narcissist and trying to do what they do, try to outdo the narc, try to out narc the narc. Guys, I'm saying this to you this way because I want you to see what you look like running out here right behind them. Now you got somebody, right? Y'all just broke up last week. You got somebody already. You know what that says to everybody? That says both of y'all just cheating on each other.
Yeah.
Both of y'all just lying to each other, cheating on each other. You in there literally fighting for your breath, your right to breathe. You just trying to survive the situation. And now you look just like the narc. And you know what the narc is going to do? You guessed it. They running and telling everybody. Yeah, that's why I ain't with her, man. That's why I ain't even with her no more, man. She just, I told y'all, you see her on her Instagram, she on there with this dude. Yay. Nah, so he ain't about to do that to me. I'm doing my own thing. Everybody that knows the narc, they already know that the narc is a HOE.
Exactly.
They know, they already know. We sitting there thinking like I never told y'all how trifling this person really is. I never told y'all. And everybody else sitting back like, you ain't got to tell us. We already know. We see how the narc moves.
Yeah.
They know, and look, they know your business better than you know.
Yeah.
They know who, guys, listen. I'm saying don't go attacking the people that calling themselves your friend right now. Don't do this. But most of them narc friends, they know who the narc dealing with on the side.
Yeah.
They know who the narcissist is dealing with on the side while they are with you.
Yeah.
Pretending in your face every single day. Every time they see you, it's this big bright smile. Hey, what's up? What's up? How you feel? Check everything good. Whew, man. And inside their head, they're thinking, bruh, you sure you don't know who you dealing with.
Right.
You don't even, they know that you still don't know.
Yeah.
And then the way stuff is set up out here nowadays, they looking at you like, well, it ain't for me. It ain't my place to just jump in here. And, it ain't my place to just jump in and tell everybody business. So they looking at you like you probably know and you agree with it. That's how they see it, guys.
Wow.
That's how they see it. I'm telling you, that's what people looked at me like. Like, hey, man, if you ain't know that, bro, I don't know what you've been smoking because everybody know. Man, oh, man. Talk to him, China.
I want to touch on something you said because I thought about it earlier, and I wrote it in my note. I was thinking like we're too busy, believing that the narc has, changed for the new person, and believing the lie that he told us or she told you about yourself. And if you keep repeating a lie over and over and over again, you start to believe it. And then that's when you now become your own abuser. You start abusing yourself with your own thoughts.
Whoo. It's so easy to do that.
Yeah.
It is so easy to double back on yourself. It is so easy to double back. And guys, and we always point the finger right back at ourselves.
Yes.
You start blaming you for what the narc is doing to you. You start saying, well, maybe I should have, maybe I could have. Well, what about but okay, you know what? I'm gonna just be the bigger person at this point, and I'm gonna just go ahead and go my own way. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and just overlook everything that they did, and you know what? I'm gonna just act like it ain't even happened, like I ain't even tripping about it. And
Yes.
guys, when you make that decision to be the bigger person, the narcissist knows at that point that you care more about being in that relationship than you care about having peace with your inner voice, peace with self. They know at that point, they know you have decided, okay, I'll deal with some torture. I'll deal with this bad behavior. I'll deal with whatever I got to deal with just to get us back in a good place. And if you ever notice, if y'all ever really pay attention to it, you never get back in that good place.
Never.
Never. My
Never.
man, Paul, thanks for that super chat, Paul. We see you. We see you, man. Back in the house. How she acting? How she acting, man?
Oh, Lord.
We know she acting a fool. But guys, that's the cycle that we go through. At the end, that's the cycle that we absolutely go through. We start beating up on ourselves. You start challenging yourself. And
Yeah.
you know, guys, let me say this, man. We walk around with this tag on us, right? That, oh my God, won't you just be over it and get over it and go somewhere and do something with your life and just, my goodness. We walk around with that tag, right? Because the other people, and a lot of which are narcs too, they look at you like, won't you just get over it? I would never let anybody just be in my head like that. And you know what they're saying? They're saying, I don't know how to love like you do. I don't know how to love on that level where I see somebody for the rest of my life being in my life. They don't. That's what they're telling you. They're telling you, I'm not on your level.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I don't love, I ain't never loved nobody like that. How you do that? They looking at you like something is wrong with you just because that's the kind of person you are. They're looking at you, oh man, you got to be crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of times we think that people going, man, you're going to think I'm crazy when I tell you this story. You're not crazy. There's nothing crazy about you. You made a mistake. We all made a mistake. The mistake was we did not listen to that voice inside of us.
Yeah.
That was the mistake. That's it. We didn't listen to that voice inside of us. But let's be clear, everybody. Let's be crystal clear. You having deep feelings for someone, that's how feelings are set up. You being in love with someone to the point where it hurts you mentally and physically. Guys, what I'm not about to do is undermine what you believe love is, what love is to you and what it is in your life, because that's how you choose to love
Yeah.
without conditions,
Yeah.
without all of these constraints and restrictions that people are trying to tell us to put ourselves in. Well, no, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? You can't love somebody like that. You can't give them all in. You can't be all in. For my whole life, you can't be all in for your whole life. You can't just give your all to somebody. Isn't that the goal?
Yeah.
So we are going for the goal. We're going for the goal. You're all in.
Oh,
You're all in. And we deal with people who are not. And they know that they're not from the beginning. They know they're not going. They're like, hey, I'm going to get in there with you, but I ain't gonna be in as far as you are, because that's a place right there. And see, guys, that's how the narc looks at us. The narc sees how you love them, and they look at that and they like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to love somebody like that. No, I don't want to love somebody like that, because that person will have control over me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. That person can literally control everything about me. If I loved you like that, give you free reign to my feelings, to knowing everything. And see, guys, this is how a narcissist knows how you feel about them. Guys, listen, I told y'all, man, God is love, is trust. You hear me? God is love, is trust. If you trust, whoo, man, because you got to be able to trust them to love them.
Yeah.
You to really love somebody, you got to be able to trust them. That's why I tell y'all, when I do sessions with people, if you don't even trust that person, talking about you in love, man, stop. You've been stopped loving that person, or at least you cut the love off right there. And what I mean by that is, see, to love somebody, to be in love and to love somebody, they have to allow you. They have to grant you permission to love them, okay? You can't just walk up to somebody tomorrow, man, I'm in love with you, and really mean it.
Yeah.
No, love don't work like that. Not real love. No, you have to have a fertile situation, a fertile mental place where both of you are cultivating each other's minds so that you can grow into that. But the narcissist looks at you and says, hey, man, I see how you trust me. I see how much you trust me. You trust me with your car, your house, you're around your kids. You trust me with everything, your money. You love me. That's how they know, guys.
Yeah.
That's how they know how much you love them, because they see it in how much you trust them. And even for you guys, and this is the funny part about it, the trust that you have for them, it really ain't that strong, to be honest, because usually you already feeling some hesitation at the beginning, like, okay, no, babe, we can come on, let's go ahead and do it. Hey, go ahead and take my car.
Yeah.
You feel you have a feeling that you want to kind of hold back some, but we say, nah, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to give everything I have. I'm going to just do all I can do. I don't want to give this person any excuses to say that, I was scared or something like that. And, so hold up. There we go. There you go, Marilyn. You in there. Hold on. There you go. Gotcha. Relentless no more. Mwah. Thank you for that super chat. But yes, guys, a narcissist knows how much you love them strictly based on the fact that they can see how much you trust them. Trust is love, people.
Yeah.
Look at how you trust. Even when you trust your child to go to the store in your car, you're like, whoo, you better not crash my car. You better not crash that car.
Yes.
Whoo. We trust people because we're showing them that you can trust me. I trust you. You can trust me, because we know that's how you build a life together.
Yeah.
And you start out with trust with everybody. You cannot start a relationship with just not trusting people, because anybody who's trustworthy, they're going to be offended by that. They're going to be offended by the fact that, you're like, hey, what's going on? How do you look at me? Because I notice you got a lot of reservations, like, you know, there's no trust here. What's going on? What's going on that I'm not showing you that I'm trustable? And don't get me wrong, I get it. The person has to be trustable now. We're not just giving trust to people just like it's on sale out here somewhere. We give it to people as they earn it. But the problem with us is a lot of times, guys, we will give it to a narc, and the narc doesn't. They haven't really done anything that deserves the level of trust that we give to them.
No,
They
nothing.
don't. And a lot of times we allow them to use us. We allow them to use us.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Paul said he want to come in.
Yes,
I'm
saw
gonna let
that.
you in, Paul. I'm gonna let you in, big dog. You want to come on in, man? We can grab a bottle. It's Friday night.
I want to add something.
Go ahead.
We all under the, false pretense that this person is just getting treated so good. And it's true at the moment, because what we don't understand is that relationship is built off our backs. When the narc get mad at the new supply, who do we come home and take it out on? You. So he won't, that mask won't slip in front of that person. Whatever that new supply does, they come home and they take it out on you. But then once they go over to the other side and you get out the way, oh, he or she got to have all of that.
Mm-hmm. Whoo, man. We make up so many excuses. We make up so many excuses for them. We do the most, and we don't even trust that process in the end.
Yeah.
We don't. We won't trust the process. We will sit there and be like, man, well, I'm gonna just try to do it this way, and I hope that everything works out, and I'm gonna just give them a new chance, and I'm gonna do this, and we end up just every day you just stockpiling more and more and more, and we're giving and giving and giving, you know. Oh my goodness, my man, Paul is back. Hey, y'all remember Paul? Paul gonna help us out tonight, y'all. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul, how you feel, champ?
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, man, you see I got my girl China up in here with me on Friday night, man. We
Hi
just
China,
chopping
nice
it
to
up.
meet you.
Hey, Paul, we got some questions too, man, because I want to ask you,
Mhm.
because we know, man, you was going through it. You were Paul. Listen, all you guys who was tripping about the new supply, Paul was the new supply.
Oh, God.
Paul, can you just give them a briefing, man? Debrief everybody. Let them know what happened and bring us up to score. Bring us up to date, man.
Sure. So, if anybody remembers from the last time, I'll just very vaguely, I suppose, update everybody. So, I met this girl. She was writing me consistently on Instagram. It's a girl that I knew for a long time, and I knew that she had a partner. It was no secret. Their posts were on Instagram and Facebook. They were all over the place. But she was sending me, messages. She wanted to hang out, this and that. Eventually, I hung out with her. She told me that her and her partner were over, misrepresented everything, went on a few dates. It was great. Lo and behold, I find out she's a boyfriend still. But then she kind of triangulated both of us, made it seem as if they were over, that she doesn't love him anymore, that she's interested in me. I have nothing to worry about, absolutely nothing to worry about, that he's in the past. Okay.
Whoa,
Um,
whoa, whoa, whoa. Talk to us about what she was saying to make you think that she really wasn't into him and it wasn't really working out with them.
Oh man, she was laying it on thick, Hario. Honestly, she was saying that one, he's abusive, that he pushes himself on her, that
Mhm.
he's mean to her, that they don't have any chemistry anymore, that the relationship, in her words, was dead, 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 dead. That there's nothing to stay there for. She made it seem as if I had, as if she was single, as if I should have no second thought about entering a relationship with her.
So many of us get caught up, man, and we believe like because the narc will make it seem like that with us, but then they'll go home to their partner, and it's like, it's a totally different scenario than what they told us. We're thinking that somebody at home is getting abused, and the narc walked through the door and started giving marching orders. Like, oh my God, what is this now? It's always something with you. Is this, is that, and not have a clue. So, come on, Paul, give it to us, man. Bring us up, man.
We started to see each other. Things were great at first. There's a lot of chemistry, physical chemistry, emotional chemistry. I got along really well with this person. She was fun to be around, very good looking, very interesting, all that good stuff. Okay. He catches us one time. I realized that it's not what she represented. And I said, hey, we can't be doing this right now. Come back to me when things are different on your end, when you're actually single and I don't have to be worried about picking you up from your house to take you on a date because he's there as well. I want to take you out, not you and your boyfriend. So she says, okay, I can respect it. She waits a week. She writes me after a week saying, hey, I really want to see you. I reiterated to this man that things are over, and he left. Lo and behold, I say, fine. If that's the case, absolutely. You're great to be around. I love being around you. Absolutely, let's hang out. That night, we get together, and lo and behold, I check her phone that night. Because I saw over her shoulder what her password was. I still remember it, 426888. That little 6-digit password is ingrained in my brain. I checked when she's in the washroom. This is after her and I had a great night together. We're intimate. Everything was there. And she's telling this man, I still love you. I'm not attracted to Paul because he knew about me at this time. I'm only attracted to you.
Hold it, Paul. Hold it. Y'all hear that, guys? He said last night they was getting it in, and the next morning, what was she doing?
This was the same night, Hario. She went to the washroom minutes after we had finished being intimate. Minutes, seconds. She goes to the washroom, and I check her phone, and this is what I saw, what she was saying to him throughout the day.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's classical triangulation. She wanted to keep both of us, but to hide him from me and hide me from him. It was so unhealthy.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Okay. So we saying wow, but honestly, that's typical. Ain't nothing unusual about that. That's the biggest problem, guys. We sit back and believe. Listen, I haven't figured this out completely in a way that I can word it yet. I'm figuring it out, but not in a way I can word it yet on what makes the narcissist so freaking believable. Why? We know they lying and we just listening. We just want to believe that they telling the truth this time. Whew. All right, bring us up to date, man.
Okay, I'll try to keep it short because there's been a lot since the last time we spoke. So that all happened. I kicked her out that night. She begged for an apology. As soon as I took the apology, or as soon as I allowed her back into the apartment, she became very abusive again, almost instantly. It just kind of goes to show the fake empathy and tears and all these things. Please take me back, all I have. And the instant you do, the minute you do, they go right back to their abuse. But that was it for that night. And after that, I gave up one of the battles and I started to lose the war, so to speak. I started to go against my own boundaries, and then I just continued doing it. So I continued seeing her, sadly. And at this point, I knew that he was still in the picture. She was still telling me that they're over. She's just trying to transition him out. We do this till that was in August when that whole thing happened. We do this until February, where he finds out for certain what's happening. He moves out of the apartment that they had. She moves into mine. Now we're living together. But hold on, they broke up. He moved out now, right? Not according to her. She will still text him all kinds of things, that she loves him. She's living with me, sharing a bed with me at this point, but still triangulating both of us, trying to make sure that he's still there. She was happy to keep this man in position, waiting for her, literally until he was 65 and about to retire. She was willing to keep him there for decades, just him being upset, being heartbroken about the whole situation, and her just giving him just enough to keep him there while she's living with me, sharing rent with me, doing groceries with me as her partner. They were broken up, but she was keeping him around. So that happened for a while. last August. So he found out in February. We got together till August. In August, I said, "Listen, you're going to send him an email saying this is not going to continue anymore. That you're in a relationship and you're gonna be monogamous from now going forward." It was like pulling teeth together to send that just a basic respectful email respecting our relationship, but she did it eventually. She finally cuts contact with him. Now, this is the goal. If you're in a triangulation, you want the third party to exit, right? So it's just
Right.
instead of a triangle, it's just a straight line, I suppose, between two parties.
Mm-hmm.
She did that. She obliged. She even gave me the password to her phone. But the abuse between me and her now escalated horribly because now I was the only source of it. I was the only outlet, let's say. She wasn't able to abuse him anymore or triangulate him. I was the only punching bag left.
Yep.
Bad.
Well, tell us about that one. You got it to yourself.
Bad. Now, I'll start off by saying that it wasn't always bad. All right. There's some nights where it was great. We would cuddle together, watch movies, cook together. We would get along. But if she came home in a bad mood, something would happen unrelated to me. I would have nothing to do with it. Something bad at work or with her family. In my head, I would think, holy shit, we're getting into a fight tonight. Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it out loud. I would say her name and be like, blank, we're getting into a fight tonight, aren't we? I could just tell. I was her outlet for her frustrations and her disappointments. And when, let's say, her best friend got pregnant, she would manifest that reaction in jealousy and being upset and being, it was, I saw who she is, how she treats her friends, the way she views their successes. Even when I had a success, I never felt as though she was really on my side or really happy for me. I would do nice things for her, take her out to dinner. I almost barely got a thank you. She would be outwardly abusive the same night afterwards. It wasn't fun, guys. This is not a woman or a person that I could have a healthy relationship with. It was just impossible. And sorry, Harry, go ahead. I know you want to say
something. I'm sitting back I'm reminiscing here. Every point that you making, they're extremely jealous of everybody they know. If they know somebody that got a new car, you better figure out a way to get them another car. Because if you don't, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Somebody got a new job. Somebody got on some new clothes if they see them. I mean, it's sickening trying to deal with their level of jealousy towards everybody. And most people think that narcs only do that to their significant other. No. Everybody getting a little bit of that.
Yeah.
So how did y'all end it, man? How did it end this time?
It's over now, and this time I could say it's over for good. And you know what? I don't feel so bad about it anymore. I feel like once you really understand that this is not going to be a good situation for you, and you really, in your mind and even in your heart, you really get that on a deep level, you find a little bit of peace, your muscles relax, you're able to sleep a little better. That meal doesn't go down so horribly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing
what was it that made you really feel like this is it though? What's the sign that you have?
We had nothing left to go back to. Harry, what's the second stage of a narcissistic relationship? Can you guys please remind me? There's the
Devaluation.
Thank you. She devalued me and our relationship to the point that it was just a rotten pit just laying on the floor. For example, we once had her during Christmas. Not even too long ago, maybe 6 months ago, we once had a group of her friends over. I'd never met them before. I had a great time with them. They're super nice. They share my sense of humor. We had lots of fun together. Great time. And when they left, I could tell like, hey, this is going to be a group that I could get along with. This is awesome. Mm-hmm. As soon as they left, she picked a fight with me, a bad one, made herself out to be the victim, called them all, made me look like a total villain, and they never wanted to come back. In my head, I'm thinking this is a huge win for not just me as your boyfriend, but for us as a couple. Now we can have them over. I'll make them dinner. I'm happy to do so. They're great people. And I was building a castle of cards, let's say, and she just came and stomped on it. And I couldn't believe it, you know? And I'm wondering, did she just do it to me because she truly wants to be with the first guy she was with? And she just, any sign of success in terms of her friends liking me, she just wanted to shove to the side? Or is this just who she is? She would just do this with anybody?
Well, she was looking at it more so as, you know, she could see that when she goes to smear you for everybody, it's going to be a hard pull because now they know you. They're over there, they're interacting with you, and they know you. So now you're a human being at this point. She needs you to be an empty sketch over here so that she can draw the picture for everybody that she wants them to think you are. She can't have you, because think about it. Think about it the way a narcissist is planning things. They're way ahead of us. They're way ahead of us. She already knows. Okay, look, Paul. Now you're barely making the cut here because I don't do this. I don't do this relationship thing. It's going to always be me, you, and somebody else, and working on somebody else. So her thing is, I can't have the people that are around me long term through all of my relationships. I can't have them thinking that I'm the villain. Come on, I can't have it. I can't have my girlfriends looking at me like I'm just this slut out here. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I gotta have some respect from at least from them, because remember, she's a narc towards them as well. So she can't have them, like when she's not in a relationship with you. Listen, guys, a narc still has to vent to somebody.
Yes.
So she's going to be able to call one of them and vent and say, man, this Paul, man, he might be a cool guy to y'all, man, but you get behind closed doors, he's this, he's that, he's all these things. And they like, huh? Nah, I don't, nah. And they know, and she knows her thing is, I got to turn them against you before they turn against me.
Yep.
So that's what you facing with that, champ.
And they did. They even said, I remember seeing the messages of them being like, wow, it's crazy how someone could just switch up like that. Quite literally, she picked an unnecessary fight. As soon as the door slammed and they were out, within 5 minutes, we were in a bad argument. And I left. I left the apartment to go home to my parents. We had been drinking all night, so maybe she was under the influence. But it wasn't an environment I want to stay in for that night. So I went home, and she goes to her friends and says, oh, he just left me here. She spun it around, and now I'm the asshole. I'm the jerk. I'm the person who abandoned her that night. It was just
and you left. So she's telling them, I think he got somebody, and I think he ran over that other chick's house.
Can I say something? I think that she had already started smearing you to these people. And when they came over, they saw a different side of you other than what she said. So she had to instantly go in and rewire their brains to think what she had them thinking, because they saw it was completely different from what she was saying.
Wow, that's so accurate. That's a really, really, really smart thing to say. I 100% agree with you, because what they saw did not fall in line with what she represented me as.
Yes.
So she said, wait a second. No, he's not cool. Remember what I told you? He's exactly that.
And that's why she did it right away. She had to change the dynamics of that right away.
Wow.
Man, that's serious for her to sit there and be that cunning, to be thinking on that level that, hold up, they're leaving here thinking that this is, the dream guy. Hold up, let me reel this back in, because what I'm not going to do is have everybody, looking at me like I'm this horrible person that is abusing him. And like China just said, she already kind of knew.
Yeah.
She knew that, they feeling him. Huh.
Yeah.
So did you notice that night while you were just entertaining in your mind, you just entertaining and you getting to know these people, you having fun? Did you notice that she started acting differently anytime that night?
I noticed she was drinking heavily. She was being overly enthusiastic, I felt. I think she was having a good time as well. But then as soon as they left and she saw that they all gave me a hug goodbye, I even told them, because they all live with their boyfriends in their own situations. I said, if you guys ever have a hard day at work or you ever want to come over and have dinner, come on over. Like, we make pizza and burgers all the time. It would be an honor to have you guys over. It was just, she saw how well it went. And then as soon as they left, that pulled her out of her happy state. It very quickly went to something negative.
Yeah.
That's it. Dog, you gonna go in there, you gonna re-invite everybody back over. Hey, I cook y'all something to eat too. Come on through. Man, ain't no way. She's sitting there like, oh, God, I'll be damned. No, you will not. Got everybody thinking you singing and dancing, cooking, got the house clean, and everything. Oh, hell no. Because listen, she cannot, I ain't gonna say she can't smear you after that, but it's gonna be a damn hard pull. People notice when you go to somebody's house and their significant other is there and they just show you all this hospitality. They show you the love like you are in your own home. They really make you feel welcome and at home while you're at their place. You're going to remember that. You're going to remember that, and you're going to remember that person. And as soon as y'all see each other, it's going to be a big smile. Mm-hmm. What's up, Paul? What's happening, champ?
Yeah.
Man, we coming back next weekend. Mm-hmm. And she's sitting there watching everybody go out the door like, oh, the hell you not? Mm-hmm. Not in here, you're not?
Yeah.
No. What questions you got, man? What you got for us, man? Give it
so. Yeah, so I'll wrap it up from what happened. Eventually, look, the fights got bad. She found out recently that when she was triangulating myself and her boyfriend and still living with him, I was also seeing other people. And she found out, she spoke to some girl that I was also seeing at the time. In my mind, listen, you're not giving me any of your effort, really. I'm seeing you once or twice a week, but you go home and share a bed with another man. In this time period, I will give you all my effort and my attention when he's no longer in your life. Until then, I'm going to see other girls. She found out and spoke to one of the girls that I was talking to and seeing at that time, and she cried. I cheated on her. I lied to her, this and that. The Uno reverse card. She was doing this to another guy. She was cheating on me and him at the same time, let's be honest. But as soon as I go and have a physical interaction or a date with somebody else, now I am the cheater. So it got bad recently. At one point, she took all her stuff from our apartment. She left everything that I ever bought her here. She signed a lease, and she's gone. And that's that. We saw each other a couple of times since then by accident. She was taking her stuff out. I ran into her. We had 1 or 2 nights together where we were almost trying to patch things up a little bit while she was in her new place. But then very quickly, I realized, wait a second, she's in her new place. She unblocked the ex as soon as she moved out, as soon as we broke up. She's now talking to the ex. I saw the text messages. She told the ex from the very beginning that her and him are both victims of me. As if I'm the one that cheated on him for a year. She spun it around. And I saw this on her phone. She's sending him videos of the two of them, old pictures of the two of them, love songs. I knew that if I continued this while she's in her new place, it would just be a continuation of a dynamic that was driving me literally mentally insane for about a year when she was triangulating us. So you know what? I packed up the last of her things. I brought it to her mom's. I collected what was mine, and I blocked her. And ever since, she's reached out a couple of times. She's trying to hoover. She first tried approaching me with severe anger, calling me a narcissist and an asshole and everything under the sun. And now she sent me a quote recently. If you guys could wait about 10 seconds, I'll pull up the quote because I think it's hilarious.
Go ahead.
Somewhere are you guys ready?
Yeah.
She sent a picture. It's quite literally a email, because she can't reach me anywhere else, of a picture. And it says, somewhere in a parallel universe, we're hugging and I'm telling you about my day. But in reality, right now, I'm sitting here wondering what life would be like without grief. And I never answered everything. I didn't answer anything. Any of her angry texts, any of this hoovering. It's just no contact now. She has her own place. She's back with the ex. That's that.
Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, y'all, and that's how it works. On a Thursday for a narc, just put it in the wash machine, put the soap in, press the button, pull the clothes out, put the next load in.
Yeah.
Guys, guys. Oh my goodness, man! I'm hoping. I know tomorrow, two people in here. I know to get that I'm going to remind to watch this show tonight, and they gonna probably watch it several times because somehow, even after all of that, right? Even after all of that, like I named the show tonight, we still think, we still believe that we did something, and the narc changed. Somehow, miraculously, somehow, the narc changed for the other person. Now she loves him. She's in love with him, and she can't let him go. And all of these things. And Paul is the reason. Paul is the one. He wouldn't leave me alone. I know I made a mistake, and I felt sorry for the guy and anything they have to say. And they're so desperate when they're pleading their case.
Yeah.
People don't understand that these people, they don't just have the pick of the litter like we think they would.
No.
They do everything that they can do to entice, to try to attract, and literally will beg and plead when it comes down to it, because that's just who they are. And you can see, you're not the only guy in play here. He's not the only guy in play. The other guy's not the only guy. Listen, when she walk outside, she just like, oh, we see what's up with him. Walk down the street a little further, up. She's looking at everybody. She's sizing up everything, everybody moving.
Yeah.
Because that's how they think. If it was a guy, it would be the same thing. They're just collecting bodies. They're like, okay, with Paul. In her mind, she was thinking like, well, I can tell that Paul loves me. I can tell you he loves me. To a degree, though. He's not all in.
Yeah.
Because he's checking behind me. He loved me, but not as much as I need him to. So let me go back. Let me pull back, and I'll come back and grab him at another time.
Yeah.
I'll grab you when you're feeling down, when you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling regret of leaving me or cutting this off. I'll wait till then, and then I'll pounce on you. Because that's what she's looking in her mind. She's like, okay, let me go back over here for a little bit, because she's saying the exact same thing to her ex the whole time. Everything you saw her go through with him, and now that you and her lived together for a while, Brad, if you think you're off the menu, you wrong again, bro. Wrong again. She's coming back. Because think about it. The last guy thought the same thing. He thought it was over.
Yeah.
Go ahead, China.
She set him up, for the smear campaign and everything, because he started setting boundaries. And she had to put everything in the motion then. And that's why all of that started happening. You're like, hey, you have to leave this guy. You have to do that. They don't see it as boundaries. They see it as ultimatums.
And control.
And
who? Oh. Hold up, your phone cut out, China. You cut out for a second, China. Say that again.
I said once he started setting boundaries, then that's when she set him up for the smear campaign, because she knew that you wasn't going to be easy pickings.
Absolutely.
Right. She knew that he already was going to resist. He was going to give her some problems in here. So, okay, let me go ahead over here.
Yeah.
Because, he ain't over me, and I ain't trying to let that situation get cold. And I'm already, shuffling you around. So And realistically, this is who she is. She's like, listen, this is who I am. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? If you stay around long enough, through enough rotations, you're going to see. And then you're going to start to see just how many of y'all are in that circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one thing with her that I found interesting. She kept her circle of abuse, let's say, actually very, very small. So she's not the type to go pick up a guy at a store. She likes to vet her targets actually for a while before sinking her claws into them. So the ex is someone that she knows she's trained well, so to speak. I was someone that I suppose she trained well. But she's not someone, even her friends, she treats her friends actually it at face value quite well. Behind closed doors, she could be very disrespectful. She would share things with me that she never should have. She would disrespect them and devalue them to me. But to them, she's a great friend. She's always there for them. She buys great gifts for them when there's a birthday or when someone gets pregnant. She's a covert. So she's very good at manipulation and making things look a certain way. But behind closed doors, she's one of the worst people I think I've ever met in my entire life.
Right. So she's one of those, and I'm glad you said that, because really all narcs are not created the same.
No.
First and foremost.
Mhm.
And her being a covert means that she's very, very talented with being able to manipulate people. She is an expert manipulator. She can make her friends think that they're happy. Just her showing up to an event. Hey, she's the life of the party. So everybody loves her. She's the fun friend.
Mhm.
That's what makes everybody like her. She's ready to do stuff everybody else isn't willing to do. And behind closed doors, you're right. To a degree, she does like to vet people. But remember, you got to always remember this. She wants to vet people over a period of time. But remember, she's already vetting different people all the time.
Mhm.
It's never just one or two of y'all. It's three people you can see, yourself and two other guys, right? Now, y'all don't really know what's going on with her fake identities on social media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She got entirely different personalities. She got different pages on social media and inboxes. Bro, she's living off the inboxes.
Mhm.
Your stories on Instagram and Facebook, she's living off of that attention. And the guys that she's checking for, she's liking on their stuff. They flirting back and forth. And it's at the same time, she already got the three that you know of. I don't think that it's possible to know how many people they're vetting at one time.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, I've just learned that you've got to just trust the worst case scenario. You do, because anytime you think that they have a level of standard that they won't stoop to, that's where you slipping right
Oh,
there.
yes. Yes.
That's where you slipping right there.
Yeah.
Because they will show you when all is said and done, you are going to learn the hard way that, oh my God, what? No. That's how your face is going to be when you get a chance to see for yourself, when the story really starts to pour into you. Because see, as she runs from person to person to person to person, see, eventually y'all start seeing each other and kind of walking into each other, except for the ones who just say, man, I
Yeah.
don't even know that chick no more. But see, this is the thing. And this is one of the reasons why most of us get caught up. When you're dealing with somebody that's attractive, man, an attractive person can tell you any lie they want and you're going to believe it
Yeah.
just because they're attractive for no other reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Women walk up to a guy and he's a good looking guy. Anything he say, Anything that he says, they believe it. It's just like women. We walk up to a beautiful woman. No, she just told us that it's a pink lizard at the door. I'm going in there to see it. And then they could tell us something silly and crazy. But because they're good looking, especially if they're attracted to you,
Yeah.
if they flirting with you and make you feeling some type, man, you will believe anything that they're telling you. She got over just based on the fact that she's like, hey, I'm cute and I know how to use it.
Yeah.
She's
And you
very
know,
good at it, actually. Sorry,
you,
Joe.
Listen, good at it. No, expert.
yeah. And you know what? They vet people for a long time because they are cowards, and they want to make sure that that person is not going to harm them. They want to make sure
Mm,
that that person is going to do exactly what they need them to do
good gracious.
because they have so many people out for that butt
Yeah.
that they have to make sure.
Yes.
That's
Hey,
why they
China.
vet them for so long.
Mhm.
China, you speaking on that. That
Yeah.
is so true. They're gonna
Yeah.
vet because she ain't gonna be out here with no she know the type of guy to pick that she's gonna pick on. She's like, I'm gonna get me somebody
Hmm.
that's clean cut, somebody that's pretty articulate, somebody that respects the law.
Mhm.
She ain't looking for no bad guy. She ain't looking for no bad boy. Somebody gonna go upside that head. No, because she
No.
already know how she gonna act, and she know what it's gonna do if she enters in the wrong relationship with the wrong type of guy.
Yeah.
She knows how she's gonna talk to him. So yeah, that covert, they are absolute cowards.
Cowards.
Mhm.
Absolute cowards. And did you notice the way she talked when she wanted something?
Oh, oh God. Especially when she wanted to be back in my good graces. Had I wanted to walk away throughout the relationship, she had promised so much, and she just wouldn't deliver. She would say, for example, what she's going back and telling the ex over the past couple of weeks since her and I have broken up. I have to assume that it's all BS. That she's promising to change. That I was nothing to her. That she only thought about him. I think that she's going through the Hoover right now through with him, but he laid down like a little puppy and said, "Oh my God, like my yes, I'll be your doormat, and yeah, take my white jacket and step all over it with your dirty shoes. I don't mind. Like I'm happy to be, Right away he just folded, and that's unfortunate because I think he's in for a lot of abuse personally. My idea is this: whoever would have taken her back, she had both of us again a couple weeks ago. Whoever would have taken her back and played her game would have enabled her behavior, literally
Yeah.
telling her continue to abuse us. And
Yeah.
I'm
That's
very
so good.
happy that I was able to block her and walk away. He unfortunately was not able to. So I another idea is I suspect he's in for a really, really rough time. Maybe not. Maybe she'll treat, that's my fear. Again, the topic of this video, that she's gonna treat the new supply. He's not a new supply. He's been around for years, almost a decade. But should I consider him a new supply? He's an old supply, but how is she gonna treat him going forward?
It's not gonna last. She just hit the reset button. That's all. They run for clean slates until the slate is not so clean anymore. Then they
Right.
want to go back over there. They hit the reset button on that person. But I want to answer. I think it's Lizzie's question. She said, "How do we stop these people?" Stop negotiating with terrorists. That's how you stop them.
That's it.
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
Oh man. Yes, man. China, you just hit that one right out the park, man. It's you know, you see the behavior, you see
Yeah.
the activity, anybody putting up with the foolishness, that's all she looking for.
Yeah.
Who gonna let me back in?
Yeah.
Who feels sorry for me?
And what happens if the person lets her back in? Again, an old supply.
Oh,
What do you
what's
guys
gonna
expect?
happen? So to me, guys, when I'm laughing, I want y'all to know something. I'm not even laughing at the question. I'm laughing at me. It automatically, it's like a dart hitting me. Like, damn, I remember that time I did this, bruh. Every time, every time any of y'all take her back, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse. And you know what makes it worse? The thing that makes it worse every time is the effort that she put in getting you back. How she articulated it. And you were standing there and you were like, listen, I'm not trying to be in the way here. If you really trying to be with dude, go ahead with dude. If you really want to make something happen with me, then you're gonna have to be about that. And she's like, all she heard was that there's a way
Mhm.
that she could get back in your life. And now I know you ain't I'm gonna finish you next time. The object of the game is I gotta destroy you. It's not about just getting you back.
Yeah.
No, that ain't it. She meant to destroy you anyway.
Yeah.
So now I gotta make you trust me. I gotta make you trust me, baby. Baby, listen. I don't feel anything for this other person. I know that I make mistakes, man. You know, I've lived a hard, crazy life. You're the only person that I can trust. You're the only person that truly understands me. Yeah, this situation over here. I mean, these people, they just don't understand me the way you do. Because if they did, I would be over there with them. Okay, I wouldn't be right here with you. I'm putting it all on the line. Anything I gotta do, I don't care. I don't care. You just let me know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be there for you. Okay, I am here. And we both know if I wanted to be over there, I would be over there. And she's selling game. That's it. She's selling game. She's like, is that it? Gotcha. You believe he's smiling. I see it. He's thinking about it. Once she sees that you're thinking about it,
Yeah.
man, she going back in there to dude knows the whole thing. They were living together.
Yeah.
She left him to go be with somebody else, bro.
Yeah.
Bruh, I remember that lie when I was young. I remember this lie. Yeah, sometimes people break up and when they get back together, it's better than they ever was.
Yeah, I've heard
That
that
was the
too.
biggest freaking lie we all have been told.
Especially with a narcissist. Maybe if the two people are healthy, listen, if you break up and
No,
the people spend time alone, they spend their nights, they cry a little bit, they read a book, they get better at relationships, but they're healthy, maybe they can be healthier
guess
together.
what? Healthy people don't do that.
I see.
Healthy people know you hear me. You listen to the people and you look at everybody, including yourself. When you know you got somebody that's good, even your attraction might not even be that strong toward the person, but I know this a good person. You know you're not gonna mess that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Narcs don't care. Narcs are all about proving their point.
Yeah.
It's not about do you, you know, it's to a narcissist, it's not about proving anything to you. They're about proving things to themselves. This guy, her and him, are they gonna make it? They're gonna make it just like they did last time. They're gonna make it until she turns the page, till he get fed up and she turns the page to somebody else.
Mhm.
If you don't take her back and another dude don't take her back, then she'll find another.
She sure will.
Yeah, I actually feel bad.
Even if it's the same sex, they don't care.
Yeah.
She don't. It's not because it ain't about sex to them.
Oh,
It's
Mhm.
never about the sex or the intimacy.
yeah.
They do that to pull you in.
Mhm.
That's it. All that extra that they doing, that's just to pull you in.
Yeah.
And once they got you, that's the first thing that stop. You like, damn, hold on, we were doing like this overnight.
What happened to all the fun we were having?
Hey, we right back to that military style deal. Right back to that. That's it.
What's sad
And the
about
thing is,
this guy is that he was instantly back into the fold. It didn't take much. A couple of her messages, maybe a couple hundred exchanges back and forth, like texts back and forth, a few photos, and he's already all in. So I fear for him. I think that the Hoover or the love bomb will be literally like 36 hours long until she goes straight into devaluation. Because the
Yes.
quicker he gets back to his BS, the quicker she gets back to hers. Unfortunately, his BS is just being naive, not looking at her actions, not analyzing and understanding where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
He's too naive. He's a sweet guy. I really wish him the best. But his shortcomings are that he just trusts her, and hers are that she's very abusive. So I think the cycle will begin very quickly this time for him.
So again, she already got what she wanted when he acknowledged her.
Yeah.
When she listen, all she interested in is sealing the deal. Okay. All I got in her mind, she's like, as soon as I consummate this, I'm off to the next one. Okay. We flirting on the phone again. I got you back. I know what you want.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me go over here and whip it on you. And boom. Now she's in the bed. And look, she in after round 2, she like, man, hold up. I got another appointment in a couple hours, you know. Because I know I told you just now that it's just me and you together forever, ever. But I got another appointment, in a couple of hours. So, I just wanted to slide through and make sure I still got it, to make sure I still have the remote control.
And he was all in because he was never gone. You just didn't know she was communicating with him.
That's all.
Somebody's just going to be all in just like that if they hadn't had communication with that person. And they good at keeping the lines of communication open.
Come on.
It's so true. He actually was bragging to her that he hasn't been with anybody since her. She's off living with another. Like, this is why, man, like, it's something that he should almost be not ashamed of, but don't brag to her. She's been living with me, and we've been living together. We know what that entails. I think that she sees. I don't want to.
What he's thinking is, see, for us as men, we think that's a hit on your ego.
Yeah.
So he felt like, oh my goodness, man, this dude just came along and just took her from me, like I wasn't even there. So now, dude, this is how easy it is. First of all, his ego is bruised. So now when she reappears, he's looking at it like, oh, wow, yeah, I knew that she really loved me. I knew it. Here she is right here. And she's professing it. Look at, baby, I miss you. I just don't know what I just don't know what to do. I still love you. I thought we just lost our love, and we just kept on arguing and we couldn't get along. So she giving you this bull crap story about why y'all couldn't get along. That's going to be the first thing that she comes back to you with.
Yeah.
Why y'all couldn't get along. Babe, we just was arguing and the stuff became just so toxic, and then she going to hit you with this. Then she going to hit you low and make you think she hit you with a compliment. She just going to say, and I just the way my feelings are set up, the way I feel for you, I was just so crazy about you. I just had to get away.
It's so manipulative, eh? Oh my God, it's so manipulative.
I knew I couldn't control my feelings towards you. Bruh, they're masters at this. That's what, and see, that's why y'all don't hear me talk about. I talk to my ex. Hell no, because I know they are masters of this. Once you engage in a conversation, you are in. You're back in. I'm not engaging I'm not getting in a conversation. No. If she broke in my house, I wouldn't say a word. I would not say a word. I promise you I wouldn't say a word. Let me call the police. I'm gonna call the police.
There's an intruder.
Person is.
Oh my God.
She be sitting there. I know you. You know me. Don't be sitting there acting like that. I don't believe you doing this. Blah, blah. I'd be talking to the operator. Yeah, ma'am. I don't know who this person is. Please, she got a gun. Tell them to hurry up. Please put the sirens on. Because the moment I start back and forth, she like, got you.
Yeah.
Got you. I
Even
got
if
to
you say
engage them.
something like even if the exchange that you give her is highly negative, if even if you say you never want to see her again, it's still supply.
That's an
Anything you
exchange.
say, anything will be
That's
used against you.
acknowledgement.
And you
That's
know what?
hmm?
I don't, because I'm not, I know that person will never.
Hold up, China, you cut out again. Say that again. Say that again, China. You cut out.
We're in the midst of, I think we have a storm warning probably until 10. But I
Okay.
was saying that, a lot of people want to say, oh, you give them supply. I don't care. My greatest joy in that is knowing that that person will never have me again. So
There
I
you
don't
go.
care.
Mhm.
That's it. That is it. Listen, when I'm telling y'all, man, sometimes you win when you lose. Man, Mary
Yep.
J. Blige got a song like that. Sometimes you gotta lose. Sometimes you gotta lose to win.
That's
It
Fantasia.
That's Fantasia. Okay, okay.
that song is
Yeah.
called No,
That's my
isn't it?
favorite.
She
Yeah.
got Mary J. got a song called No.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah, I actually was watching your video recently, and you did mention it again. You even shared some of the lyrics. I've been watching a ton of your videos recently, Ariel. A ton.
Man,
Every
she
day while
got
I'm
a
at work.
song called No, and yeah, she's like she dropping all that on it, but that's just how it is, man. Ain't these people are here for a reason, and it ain't what it's not what we think it is. They will present just like
Doing
she
that
presented.
internet.
She presented that she was this lovable person who was just in a bad situation, right? I'm not really in love with this guy and he's abusive and he does this and see, those are the key words when a man hears a woman say, he putting his hands on me. Instantly, we believe everything else after that. We believe she's this battered woman because we've heard of other battered women
Yeah.
and we can empathize with whatever she's going through. She knows that. And she knows the type of person you are. She's like, man, this dude, I'm going to tell him that this guy is beating me. I'm going to tell him that he's abusing me. It's verbal, it's mental, it's physical. And he's going to feel sorry for me. That's all she needs right there. If you feel sorry for me, then I can manipulate you on any level that I want.
And
And
a female narcissist or a covert narcissist will always play the victim. So getting you to feel bad for them, they're very good at doing it.
you know what? Through experience, I've learned a lot of people have their version of what triangulation is. But my experience with triangulation is you have been in a relationship with that person. So you know how they are and that they have no value. So they triangulate you with that new supply, rub it in your face, post it on Facebook to make you feel like they do have value when you know otherwise. Because other than
Exactly.
that, you wouldn't chase them because they
Right.
don't have anything. I'm sorry.
Mm, thank
It
you.
it's so true, China. You know what? She used the third party, the third player, and triangulation to raise her own value.
Yeah.
I found that when he wasn't really involved and it was just us, I didn't feel the same anxiety and attraction. She will use human nature against you. She knows that involving a third person just makes them so much harder to get, and you see them through a different way. It's total manipulation. It's unhealthy, but she will use that against you. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Hey, Liz. Thanks for the super chat, Liz L. And Focus for Life. Thank you. Appreciate that super chat. Focus for Life said, Narcs truly are deranged, guys. You will waste the best years of your life dealing with one. When you see the craziness, move on and never look back. Woo, Sweet Jersey Tomatoes. Thanks for the super chat. Sweet Jersey Tomatoes says, Paul's ex has the other guy caught in that loop of chaos. That's why she easily pulls him back. And that's all it really is. You know, he and guys, this is the main thing. Paul, for as long as that guy doesn't know about narcissism, he thinks the same thing we were thinking. That, oh, she's just hurt. She's just going through a lot. You know, she's been. He's thinking, man, she fine as I don't know what, dude. I'm just, oh, this could be the one, because he's thinking like he's 17.
Yeah.
That's all. And at the end of the day, when you really look back at this whole situation, you're trying to treat her on a mature level.
Yeah.
But the reality is, come on, dog. Your inner voice been telling you the whole time, man, this chick ain't no good. And now she's done. She's shown you her performance, this stellar performance, and you see exactly what the act is all about.
Yeah.
She's all about manipulation.
Yeah.
She wants control of your vessel. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. If she can't have control of you, total control to destroy as she pleases, then she just gonna keep moving on to the easier targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you starting to play rough. You starting to, ask questions, and now you got my friends looking at me funny, like, nah. They and everybody that she talked to, everybody that you talked to that night, she's reiterating to them. Now I had to get away from him. He is a total freaking nutcase. It was chaos. We just had this beautiful night. Everything was all good. And the moment y'all leave, this fool just flips out.
Yeah, that's what she said. Almost literally, it's what she said.
Yeah. Yes, because she knows they not gonna believe when I tell them.
No.
Because they see how she moves.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, her girlfriends know how she moves. Her girlfriends know the other guys, bruh. Yes, those. Listen, as sad as it may be, guys, when we are interacting with your significant others, friends, family, whatever, what have you, it may not be all of them, but some of them. There's a couple. There's a best friend, a favorite friend, somebody. There's at least 2 people in that crew that know how many guys that she's dating, how many different guys she's seeing, and she's taking them seriously.
Her
They
friends
already know.
Her friends are not great individuals either. She has a friend who got married in 2019, spent all of 2020 in an affair. Quite literally, the year that she got married, spent a year in an affair. Another friend of hers slept with the other friend's now boyfriend, and that girl doesn't know about it. It's an entire circle of people that are psychotic, and this is her inner circle. This is who she confides in. I mean, no wonder,
Birds of a feather, bro.
Exactly.
Bro. And this is for everybody. This is for ladies too. If you dealing with somebody and they have close friends that they confide in, friends that they talk to daily, that you know for a fact your friend ain't no good, and y'all hanging together like almost every day. I promise you. This, the energy is exactly the same for everybody in that crew.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they get along so well, because they can bounce all of their foolery off of each other, because they gotta tell it to somebody.
Yeah.
They have to glamorize it to somebody. Somebody has to be able to hear that stuff and make it sound good. Oh, you know that Barbara is messing with Nancy's boyfriend. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, and Carol just got married, and she's been dealing with Bob for the whole year. Bro, when you dealing with somebody like that, and they got a friend that's grimy, and you know that friend still hangs around, comes around, everything. Because see, people that are not like that, and I'm saying even men, If you get with a guy that's like that, it's like y'all might shoot basketball one day a week at the gym or something like that. I see him at the gym, but we ain't hanging out. We just don't share that. We don't have the same common interests. Women the same way, especially with women, because a woman doesn't want to be seen as one of them.
Mhm.
A woman doesn't want to be seen with women that she knows these women got bad reputations.
Yeah.
Women don't want to be seen as that. It's a little different with men, but it still kind of works out the same, because you just don't hang out with guys unless y'all running the street together. Y'all not hanging out with each other like that. And women do the same thing. Unless you're the type of woman that's going to be at the club or at whatever happy hour or whatever they doing, if you're not one of those people that can hang all the time, then they're not going to really bring you in their group, because they know what they're about and they know that they got to watch each other's backs.
Right.
They use each other as scapegoats. Oh,
Yeah.
no. We're going over Brenda's house next time. You came in, they met you. Bros, I'm willing to bet you somebody out of her crew gonna double back to your crib.
I want to tell you guys a story. This is something I kind of like really don't like talking about, because I feel like if I do share it, that my life is in danger, but I'm going to go ahead and share this anyway. I've said it in the courts, so if something happens to me, they already know. But my soon to be ex, his whole family, they're narcs. One of them, he went to prison for trying to kill someone. You would think he got his karma, then he learned his lesson. He got out, uh, dated this girl. Her ex had money. He keep it in a backpack. He had it on him. They tried to rob this guy. They didn't know his friend was sitting in the car. He's screaming for help. His friend jumps out the car. He gets out, and this is two my ex, soon to be ex brothers that's trying to rob this person. And he gets out and he walks in that alley and he just starts shooting them. One of them died, one didn't. The one who tried to kill someone and did the prison time, he's the one who died. And he was in prison for trying to kill someone, but the other brother didn't die. And these people are so delusional that they feel like the wrong guy that's sitting in jail should be sitting in jail. No, your brothers were committing a felony, and one got murdered in the process. And I still haven't spoke up about what I know yet, because I heard it when I went to the hospital. I heard the brother who survived tell the story. But this family is sitting here comfortable with the wrong man in prison.
Because that's who they are. See, the thing is, that's the kind of thing that would bother one of us.
Yeah.
Like, I know this person who's doing time for this did not commit that. And this person did. And nobody gonna say nothing. Nobody gonna tell this dude, hey man, you need to go straighten that. No, they gonna say, hey, if they don't catch me, that ain't my problem. And that's another reason those people never, ever, ever get it together. Their life never turns good. They only get things that may look like it's good just so they can be taken right back down.
Yeah.
He's never going to be a person that's living free.
Yeah.
It's always going to be behind a mask. It's always going to be, some different alternative lifestyle, way of life, where he's never just going to have that peace to be able to just, have a family and be able to just vacation and enjoy life with your family. Guys, we take that kind of stuff for granted. Like, that ain't no big deal. That is a big deal when your life is set up in a way where all you have to do is love you and your family. That's a big deal, because people who live these other lifestyles, that ain't even on the menu. They live a life of total chaos and confusion.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And that's all the way to the grave. Can
Yeah.
you imagine him in his 70s?
If he makes it to 70,
Yeah,
he's living a
exactly.
dangerous lifestyle. And China, I wanted to say, if you're having a hard time with your situation, you guys are obviously going through a separation or divorce, let that story, as horrible and heartbreaking, gut wrenching as it is, give you peace in a way. Because as Hario said, this man is not looking to have a normal, healthy, happy vacations and love. He's not
No,
looking for that kind of
no.
life. And you at one point were obviously in love with this person. Your idea of what your life would look like with him was very different than how it actually manifested. So even though you might be going through a very hard time, let that story kind of soothe your heart, give you a little bit of solace, knowing that what you wanted from it is just not possible with this person. And hopefully that will bring you a little bit of peace.
Oh, I'm at peace with what's going on. It's fine. I mean, it gets deeper than that. Their mother, these people can't love. Their mother need a kidney. They won't give her one.
Oh no, God.
But you know what, China? You know what though, China? See, it's stuff like that that we take for granted. We sitting here like, man, the narc on vacation and they doing it, and the narc doing it, and they look like they happy. And you don't know what their situation is with their health. You don't know what their family situation is. You don't know what's going on in their life that really means something. They don't have that peace. They don't have an ordinance of good people around them because good company is going to avoid that kind of energy. Good people aren't trying to, go over there and find out, hey, man, let's be friends. You seem like you ain't no good. Nah, let's be friends. Nobody's saying that. Not even in your neighborhood. When you move into a new neighborhood, people checking you out because they like, man, I hope we don't get no cruddy neighbors.
Yes.
Straight up, because that is hell, man. You sitting in your neighborhood is peaceful. And see, like even with me, when I bought my home a few years back, all of my neighbors came to my house to meet me. And I was like, it was kind of weird to me, right? And they all let me know, like, hey man, well, everybody around here gets along. It's a friendly neighborhood, it's quiet. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And I do my best to keep it exactly the way they have it. Because the one thing about my life, good God, the first home I bought, good God Almighty. Man, we were the neighbors that don't nobody want to live next door to. Police at the house 3 days a week. Oh my God. It was like I said, y'all, man, in this life, you may see these people. They're going to go back and forth, front to back, from side to side, whatever. Their life is it's never going to be a place of calm, a place of
No.
peace, a place where they can just sit down, and they can't even sit down and have Sunday dinner and play a game of cards without it turning into something crazy. They have family gatherings, somebody gets stabbed at the family gathering.
Yeah.
It's no real love because
No.
even inside the family, they trying to steal each other's men, trying to steal each other's women. They sleeping with each other's wives and husbands. That's how the families like that are.
Yeah.
And we sitting back here thinking, man, they look happy though. And they look like they doing family stuff and they went on their vacation. And when we see stuff like that, we see them on a vacation, especially somewhere we talked about going with them. And like and Paul, like you were saying, she going back to dude. Dude, you know what dude is thinking? Dude is thinking, man, let me go and do some of that stuff that we talked about before we broke up. so that she don't think that, I wasn't trying to do that. Come on, babe, let's go on a trip. Let's go, babe, let's go do this.
Yeah.
It don't matter what he do.
Yeah.
Bruh, when you break up with something, it's just like quitting a good job.
Yeah.
Anybody ever messed up and quit a good job? You had a good job and quit it for some old other job that might have paid you 10 cents more.
I actually
just did
watched.
something crazy.
I watched one of your videos today, Hario, and you were actually describing how that was one of your biggest regrets in your life.
Man, in my life.
Yeah, I just this afternoon I was just watching that video, so it's funny you say that.
In my life, man, and I'm saying he's thinking he won. He knows she ain't no good. It ain't even no question. Bro, you just went through that with her. Y'all went through everything and you didn't make it. Guys, see, we don't trust the process. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The problem ain't the narc. The problem is we see it. We see it and we don't even believe it. Oh, okay, we broke up, but we got back together. So we're going to get back together. It's going to be better the second time around.
No.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I've heard some people lie about it. You a lie. You a lie, and I'm telling you a lie. You got back with them, and you living in regret.
Yeah.
And mad that you ain't strong enough to leave them alone.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you go back. If you really love somebody really love you, you better believe y'all love each other enough. See, love is respect also.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay? Love is respect. And when you respect each other, when you respect somebody, you're not going to do that. You're not going to let that relationship break up. I ain't going to say you ain't going to make mistakes, but you're not going to make a mistake to the point where you totally jack this thing up where it's irreversible.
Yeah.
You're not going to make that level of mistake. And then, oh, baby, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was, we make mistakes and you didn't. No, you're not going to make that level mistake.
Yeah.
When somebody cannot hold it together, whatever they got that they had to have, you hear me? They get into the reason they can't get along with you because they have to have this other person. This other person is on the tip of their tongue and they have to quench that thirst.
Yes, sir.
I got to have it. I got to have it. Yes, and it's nothing that that you can do or say that's going to stop me from this mission right here.
Yes.
And as soon as they get it, though, it ain't what they thought, and now they got to come back. And if you take them back, you doing the same thing that the last person did. And just like Paul, we talking about your situation tonight. You let her back.
Yeah, multiple times.
She don't want you. She don't want you because you're not her first choice. You ain't her 10th choice. She don't have a type to have a choice. Her type is you got a soul. You gonna let me destroy it?
Yeah.
So you ain't got no boundaries. I'm gonna destroy you. And you standing up, bro.
I feel like because her and I began as a new thing over the past year and a half, I probably got there's a horrible side of her, but I also got one of the best sides that I could because I was a true new supply. But then it went horribly very quickly. And I wanted to say, too, that I actually I called the ex about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I spoke to the guy that she's ran back to, and they apparently didn't speak for about 5-6 months. And in that time, apparently he healed a lot. He was saying that she's his own words. He said this phrase 4 or 5 times that she is a manipulative piece of S. Said that 4 or 5 times that he feels better now. They haven't been in contact, so through no contact, he feels better. Obviously, his resolve crumbled like a pile of potato chips, unfortunately. But when they were speaking, he was feeling a bit better about himself, and it's unfortunate that he's taken her back. But one thing I wanted to say too is that how I envisioned her Hoover would be something like this, like, I missed you the entire time. I love you so much. It was just such a mistake. I was going through such a hard time at the time. I adore you, though. That's what I pictured. And then, but what I also pictured is that would be her approach for about 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later, she'd say, "Oh, I really love you. I really regret what happened. I missed you the entire time. But you really, in that time, you weren't all that there for me." She'd throw in one of those. But then she'd go back to being kind.
I think that when she initially comes back for you, it's going to be through some type of communication that isn't connected directly to her. Like we always get these spam calls.
Okay.
So you may get a spam call, a spam message
Mhm.
that says something unique. It doesn't necessarily identify her, but it'll say something that says her, and all she's doing is checking the temperature in the room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And if she thinks you're open, like you responding, hey,
Mhm.
then she can commence and go forward with that Hoover. But initially, she's going to and even when she does Hoover, she's going to do it in a way where, she has this dramatic situation happen. She got some type of emergency,
Yeah.
life-changing, altering situation going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she has to reach out.
Yeah.
But, they're so creative and they think so hard on how, when, why they're going to do what they do. They think about, that's all they do all day, all night. When you sleep, they're up and they're thinking, how am I going to tell you this lie, and how am I going to lead you into it? Because the first part of the lie is communication. She has to make sure that you haven't cut her completely off.
Mhm.
So if she can communicate with you, then she's like, okay, well, he ain't gone nowhere yet. He ain't even blocked me yet. So I can still act a fool out here.
Mhm. I got
But
him.
once you get to the point where she's like, okay, I'm blocked. Okay, so there you go. Vanessa said it. We're gonna hit him with some of them spam calls, them unidentified numbers and
Yeah.
numbers, crazy numbers. Yeah, I'll hit you with a couple of those, and and then I'll hit you with a text, and then out of nowhere, oh my goodness, I got this emergency situation. I got this bad cold, or I came up with some type of virus, or
Can't.
whatever, whatever her lie is going to be. It's going to be something she made up, because this is the kind of thought they put into how I'm going to get you back. And she
Yeah.
don't just want you back, giving her a chance. That's not good enough. She needs you back, and she needs you to feel sorry for her.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I need you to be at mercy here. I need you to come save the day like you've been doing.
This is what I didn't expect. So as I was saying before, what I expected was her to go back to him and say, "Oh, I loved you, blah blah blah, all this love." But then eventually her love would crumble, and then she'd start to blame him. Eventually, she'd throw in little as the weeks go by. She'd throw in, you weren't all that there for me when I was cheating on you. When you lost your license and you got a driving like a DUI, that you couldn't take me out on dates anymore, so we couldn't connect. She would throw in and slowly dump the blame on him as the days and weeks went by. But I was wrong. That's what I expected from her. I was wrong. She went straight into, this is all Paul's fault. I cheated on you, but you know what? We're both victims. You're a victim of Paul as well, and so am I. Paul is a monster. I have PTS. I saw this isn't my hypothesis. I saw this in
You was
black
sitting
and
there
white.
looking at that. You was looking at that text like, what?
I couldn't believe it. I thought she would slowly manipulate him and then slowly put the blame on him. No, she's putting the blame on me, making me the villain that they both share. I suppose a common.
And he is in such a state of delusion
Yeah.
that even he with it. Yeah, baby, it was Paul.
Yeah, unbelievable. Because now he's getting a few things that he's wanted for a while. But my question is this. I'm going no contact, and this time I'm not messing around about it. I'm going no contact. What does that mean for their relationship? I know that she thrives on having both of us for one reason or another. In fact, I think that the thing that sustained them while we were together is me. Like what made him that much more appealing is the fact that she had him and me. If it was just him, I don't think it would have worked out. It may have ended a lot earlier because he doesn't fully do it for her, of course, apparently. So what does it look like when I ignore her? I've been watching a lot of your videos, and apparently ignoring the narcissist, completely going no contact, destroys them, and it actually destroys the new supply. But I'd like to hear from both of you as to what you guys think. If I continue no contact and just completely walk away from this and never look back, what does that look like for her and for her poor boyfriend?
Well, you know, first thing is it looks like, he got to take care of both sides of this. That you've met the aggressive person that she can be, the disrespectful person that she can be. You know that person very well.
I know it well.
So does he.
Yeah.
He already knows both sides.
He's not a new supply. Is what I'm saying. He knows her.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
And that's
no.
what makes it worse, because
Exactly.
he doesn't get a second love bomb, champ.
Right. Exactly.
No, it does not work that way.
She's comfortable already right off the bat with him
She's
now.
already comfortable, and she's been sending messages. She's been reaching out to him through some form of communication somewhere.
Yeah.
While she was there with you,
Yeah.
just might not be able to see it on that phone. It might have been on her work phone, but she's communicating with this guy and been
Yeah.
communicating with him the whole time. So she never really let him go.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, she probably had that dude thinking the whole time that she wasn't feeling you the whole time. She's just, because he's her puppet. Remember, he's just a puppet over there. He's taking everything she says. Guys, the one thing I'll say about dealing with a narcissist is you're either all in with them or you're completely out. There is no in between with them. Either you believe everything they lying to you about, or you believe none of it. There is no in between. He's believing everything. He believes it all. And the way you know it is because he's still there. He's back. He's back in the hot seat. And he thinks that the hot seat has value. He actually thinks that it has value.
Yeah.
He knows he knows what can happen. He's still in one of those stages where he's thinking, but if I'm perfect, she won't be able to do what she did to me already. And she's already doing it to him. How long they been back together?
We broke up officially maybe 2 weeks ago. The same day she unblocked him and began to write him pictures of the two of them, sending him love songs and all kinds of things, just trying to rope him
Oh
back in.
Lord, that's playbook like a mug.
She works fast. She works fast. And you know what? One thing that I have to say, the last 6 months when we were together, I had the password to her phone. So I was checking her social media and her texts. She actually went no contact with him. But it's not what you think. She did it for one reason. She knew, based on his behavior leading up to that he would still be there when her and I break up. That's why she felt
So you know what? And I can agree with that. And I say that all the time. If the narcissist knows, if they know that you ain't going nowhere, then they like, oh no, I ain't got to talk to you. She feel like I can pick up the phone on what's today? Today is the 5th of May. I can pick up the phone on January 17th, 2024, and you're gonna be right there waiting.
And she's not wrong. She was right. She even said, like, we had an argument. She even said I could pick up the phone and call him and he'll be right there. She even said it to me.
And that's why she has no value for him.
No.
She can run back to him through thick, thin, and whatever she get in.
Yeah. And I don't think she sees him as having that much value either. I think especially for a narcissist, it's hard to respect somebody who will just constantly be your punching bag. I really don't think she views him as being anything, of true value, unfortunately.
She doesn't. And honestly, she doesn't see anybody that way. A narcissist doesn't see any of us with that kind of value. They just don't. They look at us and say, okay, well, you know what? I want to keep this one around because I can really run some crazy stuff on this person, because this person grew up in a way where they actually have manners, they're a good person, and they really going to fight for their relationship. They know that they know that we are going to fight to keep that relationship together, because that is life to us, having a good relationship. Her right now, her and dude, you already know the outcome of that. You already know the outcome. If you, the only way that she could possibly make it with this guy is if he went no contact. Now, how crazy does that sound?
It sounds wild, but I want you to explain.
If he goes no contact, listen, with a narcissist, the only thing you really ever going to get out of them is respect. And the only way they're going to respect you is when you stood up and said, I am not dealing with this ever. I would never deal with you. That's when they're looking at you like, oh, okay. And they re-idealize you, because now you have a standard and they don't qualify for it.
Yeah.
And they're looking at you like, how? I know you're not about to think you better than me.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you could do to make one of them look at you as attractive. But it's still one of those things where you got to be real about it. You can't just pretend, that it's over. No, they want you back when they can't have you, because that's all they really want. They want what they can't have.
Yep.
If they can have you, then they ain't never coming. Man, I come back. And the only reason she reached out back to him was because she's like, okay, I can't just go back and get one of these other people. I pretty much gotta go with this one right here.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody groomed to this level. And Paul, we on the outs because, he over there trying to stand up for himself right now. So I'll give him a little time to think about that, because that's how she's looking at you right now. She's like, I'm going to put you on ice a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to put you on ice, but go back over here to home and, warm up over here with him and let you marinate on what I'm doing with him for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has the same comfort with me, because I brought back the last few things that she had here, things that I actually told her a few weeks before that I wanted to keep her kind of in my life, or give her a reason to keep coming back to the apartment. I packed up all those things and I gave everything back to her mother. I took everything that's mine. She has nothing of mine. I have nothing of hers. And I blocked her. I think this time she could feel, and this is why I'm getting some emails every now and again. This time I'm truly done, and I think that she could feel it. I blocked her on everything. Unfortunately, with email, you can't really block somebody. You can redirect messages, but that's the thing with Hotmail and Outlook. You could redirect it to your trash folder or to the spam folder, but you can't actually block an email address through to you. I don't know why that is. They should really update that. So she knows she could contact me that way. That's why she's sending me quotes about being in grief and stuff. I'm done this time. I'm done this time, Ariel.
Hey man, all she's gonna look for is one day, she's gonna send you one of those big teary-eyed letters like, I know you don't believe me, but dude, it ain't ever gonna be right with her, man. Come on, China, give us the female side of this.
Well, please. To answer your question, what's going to happen with that relationship? It's going to continue in a cycle. The only thing is going to happen is it's going to be her, him, and somebody else. Just because you left doesn't mean that it stops. He's her transition supply. So she's going to always run back there till she finds somebody else. So he's going to always be there until he puts his foot down and say, I'm not doing this anymore. And it looks like that's not what he's going to do. And my thing to you is, you're saying that you're done, but I have doubts, because even though you say she's getting to you via email, you know what emails you want to open and which ones you don't. We all can tell when something is spam and when something is important. So you need to just stop opening emails, or create another one, give it to who you need to give it to, and get rid of that one. Because that's going to always be that open door for her. And it's going to always pull on your heartstrings, because you're going to open those emails. You need to get rid of that email address.
Yeah, I think you're right. In fact, the times that she was writing me for a good few hours, I was like, ugh, like it hurt to read that quote, because initially, just human
Yeah.
nature, you wanna read it as it being I know what she wants. She wants validation from me. She wants to feel like I'll still be here, so she could run off to the ex and have a grand old time and have comfort. I'm not giving her that comfort, so um, yeah, naturally when I read it, I was like, oh, like she's going through a hard time. I felt she got her desired goal. I guess she wanted me to feel a certain way reading it, and I did, but I didn't respond. Thank God I didn't respond. She doesn't know how I felt about it because I know her better. I know that it's all manipulation. If she was someone else, I may have responded because the message it shows that she's grieving and having a hard time. I'm a human being. I don't want someone
No,
to.
she's not.
Yeah, this is why I know her though. That's the difference. She's not like somebody else. I know what she's actually doing. It's just a game, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
play it.
Don't do it, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you already know the answers. I tell
Yeah.
y'all that's the hardest test you ever have to take, boy.
Yeah.
The one you have the answers to.
Yeah.
Woo!
And that's why they watch you on Facebook to get information to see how to approach you. And that's why I always tell people narcs are as strong as the information that they have. Approach with caution and with a HIPAA form.
I love that.
Woo!
I love that. I love that, China. That's great.
Hey, man.
That's great.
You
I always got to
are-
make light of it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, man, you'll be all right, champ. I mean, my thought was, you know, I just appreciate the fact that, you came back to help people out, man, through this process, because I promise you, champ, I promise you, there are so many people that go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Most people do that several times.
Mhm.
And the thing is even though I talk about it, it's good that people actually hear it from somebody who's going through it, so
Yeah.
that you can see that, man, y'all both, they just run in circles around both of you because they don't take anybody seriously.
Mhm.
And that's that. They don't take anybody seriously. They're just sitting there saying, hey, man, you know, you letting me play. I'm gonna play with you. I'm playing with your brain. That's how they look at it. She's looking at it like, Paul, I know you love me, man. That's how she feels. I know you love me. You're going through some things right now. We going through some difficulty. So I'm gonna put you on ice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on ice and let you think about, what you missing. I'm gonna let you, and see, this is how immature they are.
Mhm.
This is the level of immaturity to make that she really thinks that me being with somebody else. Now, naturally, of course, that's gonna make you jealous, but she thinks that that's what's gonna attract you back because this hurts so much. And that's why I say a narcissist wants to hurt you so bad that you will just shut up and let them do what they want to do and do not question what they do. And that's all. That's the play she running right now. The play is, hey man, do you want me over here in his arms, or do
Yeah.
you want me home in yours? What you gonna do?
At this point, I'd rather she's in his.
Well, the bottom line is, she gonna make you see that anyway.
That's right. So I
Right.
better become
But this is
comfortable.
the thing. Don't think that she's doesn't know what she's doing.
Yes.
Mhm.
She knows what she's doing. She know you thinking about her. Listen, we'll sit back and think that the narc, because they've moved on with this new person, the same way you're thinking, like, wow, she back with dude, she probably ain't thinking about me. It can't happen.
Yeah.
It cannot happen.
I think what actually makes her think about me more is the fact that I'm going no contact. If I responded to her messages in any way, negative or positive, she would think less about me because she knows she still has me. Then she could compartmentalize me at the back of her mind. But because I'm not responding to anything that she's saying. She sent me multiple things, four or five different emails, some hateful, some mean. She tried different things. She tried humor. She tried anger. Now she tried to, I'm sad and I'm grieving. I'm not responding to anything. So I think what I'm doing is going to make her feel a little bit more tortured than if I was responding.
She's looking at you like you just mad right now. But at the end of the day, she's looking at you like, Paul, you're a good guy. I know you. I picked you for that reason.
Yeah.
That's what she's looking at. She said, man, look here, Paul. I know you got a soft spot for me, bro. You gonna feel sorry for me. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna give you a reason to feel sorry for me. And you gonna feel sorry for me. We gonna make up.
She'd probably tell me that she never saw the ex, that she never slept with him again.
I
And give
never slept with him. It was just a big mistake. Oh my gosh. I was at my mom's house. It was just murder. I couldn't believe it. The Ultraman, he flew across the sky, saved me from Batman and Robin. And bruh, I'm just saying, those are the kind of fairy tales these people tell you. As long as the narc don't ever admit that they did it,
never happened.
man, it never happened.
And
Never happened.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. If you break no contact, she know that now you're putting boundaries up. You know what's gonna happen to you next time? She's gonna get pregnant and give you something where you can't go no contact.
And look, and if she can't get pregnant, she go say she pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus! This is why I can't see her. Look, if I never see her again, that would be great.
Dude, Paul, you lucky she ain't hit you with that.
Right.
Y'all only been broke up for a few weeks, bruh. So that's still on the table.
Oh yeah. But she gonna give you something to remember. It's gonna be in the form of an STD you can't get rid of.
God,
and stop going back.
I'm trying to tell you. Listen, y'all, the game is dirty, man.
It is.
I actually want to say one last thing to the chat. This is something that really helped me when I was really suffering through this maybe a few months ago. One thing that really helped me is that you may be in a situation where you're thinking, are they a narcissist? Are they just troubled? Are they truly a narcissist? Once you have enough evidence and information, what I had to do myself was, Paul, stop gaslighting yourself. Stop questioning yourself. Stop undermining your own experiences. She is a narcissist. Understand it. Stop tricking yourself. Stop making it seem as if it could be something else. She's just misunderstood. She's had a hard childhood. No, decide finally that you have enough evidence to stamp them as a narcissist, and then from there heal, because narcissists are people you can't be in relationships with. But you have to decide. You have to get to that mental place where you say, I have enough evidence. They are this, and make that concrete in your mind. And once you do that, I think the healing process is a bit more straightforward, because there's no more ambiguity. You know what they are. You decided.
That's it. Once you accept it, once you start to trust the narcissist, everything clears up, man. Once listen, they put on the show, you saw the show. You got to give them that standing ovation. Damn.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a show, man. I really believe that. I trust you. I trust you for you to play that role like that. That's what's in you. Listen, can't nobody wake up every day that trifling.
Yeah.
Nobody. It got to be in your veins. Yeah. It got to be in your blood for you to be that trifling.
Yeah.
Every day. See, a normal, regular person, you might have a bad day because people done pissed you off about something. But a narc, no, they consistent with this stuff. And see, a normal person could not be, if you ain't got it in your blood, you couldn't be that person all the time. You just couldn't do it because it ain't in you. You got to trust the process, champ. That's all.
When you're living with them, when you're living with them, you see that when they're not causing damage to other people, they're actually very depressed. A lot of the time, they're sad, they're nitpicky, they have no energy because they put on a mask every time they leave the house. They're very depressive, especially my covert narcissist. All narcs are a bit different, but mine was very depressed, often sad, would never be satisfied with the good things that would happen. It was very
What think about that though? What could she be happy about?
yeah.
Everything in her life is all about running game. She running game on you. She running game on this other guy. She got another guy. Then she got these guys in her inbox. Then she got this guy she met at the daggone gas station the other day, And then when she go to work, that's a whole nother setup. That's a whole nother
Yeah.
lineup. While you at work, you got that social media popping, So, hey, let me do a couple selfies and boom,
Mhm.
get me some attention from right there,
Mhm.
And then, hey, I got this other cutie at the gym. We're going to hook that up a little later. She got a full rotation, man.
Yeah.
She got a full rotation.
Yeah.
Narcs, see, we give them that benefit of the doubt that nobody is that cruddy, that nobody just lives their life like that because we don't see the benefit. See, the good thing about all of us is that we trust karma.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We trust karma and we know, man, I ain't doing all that with myself because I know that eventually you're going to get tracked down. Eventually, you're going to have all kinds of bad luck from messing over this person just to be with this person. And when you run from this person to that person, that never works out over here because you never straighten the situation over here.
Mhm.
You just ran over here. So that's not going to work out because the energy you're taking over there is already forbidden.
Yeah.
That's a great
Exactly.
point,
Bunch of
Jerry.
lying, conniving, undercutting energy that you use to go to this person right over here. And you just left this person right here just hanging and for nothing.
Yeah.
It's not going to work, but it's not going to work with anybody.
No.
You're going to notice, Paul, trust and believe, you'll be looking at this same woman years from now. She'll look like she's in relationships. But once you start to back away, the same way, see, we can't see ourselves when we're in it, but we can see everybody else when they are in it. When China
Mhm.
was talking, see, you could see
Yeah.
what she's going through or what she has went through because that's how things are set up. But when we are in it, man, you just like, huh? Me? No, I ain't in that. I know I ain't in that.
We're under
Yeah.
the spell. It's the
Yes.
spell.
Trust me, I've had that bout, bro. It is
Mhm.
not a pretty one. Good gracious.
Can I
Said,
say something?
go ahead.
I want to say that we spend too much time trying to stamp somebody as a narcissist instead of seeing it for what it is, abuse. It doesn't need to be, they don't need to be labeled as a narcissist in order for you to understand that what you've been through was abuse.
Mhm.
So you didn't even need to label her as that to understand what you went through and to know that this is not what I want.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Right.
you have to stop spending time on trying to place a label on something that already has a label, abuse.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? All I had to do was look as far as how I felt. I felt horrible. I mean, even when I used to come in this chat a year and a bit ago, I used to write Harry, being like, Harry, like, what do you think is happening between her and the boyfriend right now? Are they cuddling like her and I do every Thursday? Are they kissing? I was in a dark place, guys. Seriously, like this relationship put me in the hospital. That's all I have to look to be like, this is not for me. Narcissist or not, toxic or not, I know she is those things, but what's important is the effect that it had on me. Relationships shouldn't do this to you. You
No.
should be happy. They're um what's the word, like a joining of something good and happy, and they should be a source of happiness and love, and it shouldn't involve these kinds of
Exactly.
emotions. So
That's exactly what it's supposed to be. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to do the inventory. Do the inventory. Look at yourself. Hey, man, you know what? I see right from the very beginning. This woman already had somebody. See, a woman that's really about something, she just don't move like that. A woman, and not just a woman, a man who's really about something, don't move like that. People know. Mature people know. If you just left that person like that, then you're not that mature. You just left them today to be with me. Nah, buddy. I ain't. People that know better, they're like, nah, you ain't getting me in that. I ain't taking
For
the
sure.
fun.
Even though it happened to me, I still can't see myself being with someone who has someone. That it's just not in me. It's not my nature.
Not
And
gonna do it.
and narcissists, they don't have morals at all.
There you go. There you go. I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna do it because I know what that looks like. I know what it feels like. Number one,
Ugh, yeah.
but I also know that what I'm gonna get from that, I'm gonna be the one trying to make up for all this craziness this person is created over here.
Yeah.
Now she telling me that this guy, he treating her this way and doing this and doing that, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, baby, well, call me after you got that whole situation cleaned up and you got yourself together, because yeah, you might be cute, but what else are you? You damaged. You're damaged. And see, when you walked into this one, she's damaged. And you looking at it like, oh, I'm gonna save you from this. I'm gonna be Superman. I'm gonna be your Superman. I'm gonna save you from this. But you can see, that was kryptonite. Superman was going over there trying to save, and he thought it was, what was the lady's name? Miss Lois Lane. He thought it was Lois Lane, and it was the Lois Lane wrapped in kryptonite. Somebody who's with somebody, that situation ain't ever gonna end good. Never. It never has.
It was actually, I wish I could go back and do things differently. When she was flirting with me, yet posting pictures of the two of them on Instagram with really long captions about true love and stuff. One time I wrote to her, we were joking back and forth about how I'll be the flower girl at her wedding with this man. And because she had just posted a post about the two of them, a really nice photo of them, like his arm around her on their 7-year or 6-year anniversary with a nice quote about like the planets and love and this and that. And I wrote her like, oh, like you two seem so happy. Like, I can't wait to be the flower girl at your wedding, just as a joke. And you know what she said? Not everything is as it may seem. So she's putting out there that they're happy, but she's behind the scenes to another man saying, Paul, it's not what it looks like. We look happy, but we're not actually. You don't do that. That should have been from the very beginning. And that was one of the first things that happened. I should have ran.
Right there, she tested your boundary.
I know.
She said, you see, I'm with somebody. And I'm telling you, you see it through a caption that says how much I love this person. But I can change y'all. I can change that up and tell you this is, man, it's a lie. I'm sitting here lying. Deep down inside, Paul, I really just want somebody to understand me. I'm just looking for that special person, and she switched all that up. Somebody that switches that up, she got one caption about how she loves this guy, and right in the next conversation with you, she switched it all up. Well, it's not really what you think.
It's not what it looks like.
If you saying you available, it ain't what you.
That's crazy,
man.
But do you think she meant it when she was writing the love she has for this person on Instagram? You guys both reacted the same way. Okay.
Come on, meant it. Yeah. She meant. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. She uses y'all to attract other people. She uses him. The same thing she did to you. She used him as bait. He makes her look like relationship material.
It's true.
And if
And you was that fish right there looking at the worm. Oh, wait. Ran up there and grabbed it.
It's a juicy worm.
Hey,
you know what? And if you go back, you and that guy gonna keep going back and forth playing a game of takeaway because your egos. I gotta take her back. I gotta take her back, and it's gonna keep going till somebody get hurt.
This is
I
actually
gotta prove
exactly.
that. Look, it turns into a macho thing, and it ain't even just a
Yeah.
macho thing. It turns into I gotta show this other person that the sex was better with me, so that's why you back here with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong. She don't care what the sex is like.
No,
She ain't there for the sex.
it's robotic.
Mhm.
She's there to strip your interior out of you, because both of y'all not going to be able to go round for round. Y'all not going to be able to do. See, eventually somebody going to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
somebody's going to lose it. Like, whoa, man, I'm just putting everything into this, and you keep on, you running back from here, and you going over there. Nah, man, and that at the end of the day, for real, again, that tells you she showed you her integrity level right in that conversation, and that's how subtle. That's how subtle it is when they're testing you. And right there, she said, "Oh, okay, huh, you might be a good candidate
Hmm.
because you see how cruddy I am, and
Yeah.
it don't really bother you. I'm gonna make it look like I'm the victim, though, because I'm an expert at that. Watch this.
Oh,
Watch
it's so
this."
good.
She's like, "Okay, I'm telling you how much I love this guy," and what she's doing, she's fishing. Oh man, love is this, blah 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 blah. And somebody's going to walk past this and like it. Other people say, "Oh, you're so lucky," and blah blah blah. And the moment a guy steps in there and just gives her respect, she's like, "Oh well, it ain't really all like you think.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's I just go through so much." And you're thinking, "Huh? He letting you go through what?"
I was dumbfounded when she said that. I even sent it to a friend, being like, "Look at what this girl said. This is insane."
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
this is why I blocked her recently. After she moved out, as I said, we saw each other a couple times. So we had a very intense and loving even interaction. We cried in each other's arms and all this stuff. We were well on our way to a dynamic with her living in her new apartment. But then I took a bit of space and I realized I know what's about to happen. Garrett's back. Sorry for using his name. The ex is back in her life. I'm about to be triangulated again. She has her own place now. She doesn't live with me anymore. She actually moved closer to him in terms of like miles. It used to be like 30 miles apart. Now they're about 10 miles apart. So I'm going to be triangulated again. 100%. I'm going to find myself in the same situation I was in a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I said, no, this isn't for me. I'm not doing this again.
And she's gonna swear on everything. If she got to go buy a stack of Bibles, that she is not having sex with him, she did not have sex with him. She's gonna swear to you she never had sex with him or anybody else, because you the only one that make me feel all like you do. Listen, if you gonna buy it, she's going to sell it. Ladies and gentlemen, again, at the end, it's always going to fail. When you're dealing with anybody, that person is in a relationship and they ready to break that relationship off, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work because they're taking energy from somebody else. Now y'all got to think about it. And you think about this, Paul. Think about the level of craziness that she had to show the guy she was living with. Think about the level of craziness that she had to show to break that bond, just to move in with you. It wasn't, no, she went home one day, "Hey, babe, this really ain't working out. I'm going to move out." Wasn't nothing like that, bro. She took that dude through months. And I'm saying minimal
Oh, yeah.
months of abuse,
Hmm.
months of neglect,
Lies. Oh, so many lies. She would spend 3 nights a week here. You know how many times she went snowboarding with her work friend?
Mm-hmm.
She would tell him, "I'm out with my coworker. We're going snowboarding." Meanwhile, it's her and I going snowboarding, and then her coming here to what was my place at the time for her to sleep over. It's just she. If he had $1 every time she lied, he could retire young. Let's just say that.
And at the end of the day, she's looking at you like, well, I'm doing this. I'm only, and she's telling you, I'm only doing this because he puts his hands on me, and he's abusive and he's done these things. I'm just so tired of him. But then, why? And you got to ask yourself, well, why does she got to lie to him if he doing all these things to her? Why she got to lie? Why can't she just say, "Hey, look, man, I'm done with this"?
Yeah.
Because see, one thing I know about an abused woman just wants out. She ain't looking for no new man.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, a woman who really got a fool putting his hands on her, she ain't looking for no new man.
Mhm.
She ain't looking to run into the arms of no new dude. She just want to get away from this crazy fool and put her life back together before she even start thinking about a relationship again.
I have to disagree.
Come on, give us the woman side, China.
I am her.
Give it to
I
us.
am her. I was being abused. But I only did that, got into something else, is because I was offered financial stability on that side, and I was used to depending on, being taken care of. And so I saw a way out,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't take that time to heal, but I knew I wanted out and I planned to get out. But I didn't have no way of how I was going to do it because I had never worked. So I didn't have a work history. And then the next narc came along and, offered to rescue me from that situation. And here I stand 14 years later, rather.
Mm-hmm.
So it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
probably rare, but it happens.
I mean, nothing out here is absolute.
Yeah.
Just most of the time, a woman is looking for that way out. She's like, "Look, Joe, this fool right here is, but I know he coming home tonight, and I say the wrong thing, he gonna start swinging, and ain't nobody trying to be bothered with that. Ain't
Yeah.
trying to be dealing with these police over here. And man, I just want out. I'm just tired of it." And I said that because most of the time, when a dude is beating you up, shoot, you too scared to even think like that. You like, man, this fool might come in this joint. Man, nah, if I mess with somebody, I'm gonna have to make it real quick and get on out of here, because this fool, when he catch on,
He's gonna kill me.
I gotta fight him every day
Yeah.
until we see what's going on. Hey man, nonetheless, hey bro, you out. Take full advantage of it. Take full advantage of being out. Don't listen. Just go no contact. Give it a try. Just give it a try.
You have
If
to.
it don't work 6 months later, hey man, and you can't resist her no more, she gonna this the thing, bro. She gonna always be there. Okay? She ain't going nowhere. You know why? Because she don't have to. She got supply here. She got one over here. She got one back there. She working on 10 other ones right now. She just grooming them. She just in the flirt stage. Ooh, let me like his pictures. Yeah, I know how we think.
You're better
So,
off in a rebound.
hey man, something, at least with something new, you have an opportunity
Right.
Yeah.
to be happy.
This is why I think he's in for a whole new level of abuse. He's telling her that he's okay by taking her back. He's essentially communicating to her that he's okay with what she's done to him. And it's not as if they're new to each other. There's no reason for her to fake being empathetic or sweet. He knows who she is, and she knows who he is. So I think she's going to go almost straight into devaluation. Almost. Maybe he'll get a couple weeks of intimacy and maybe a bit of love, a few promises. But I think the devaluation is going to be rough this time. I want to ask you guys, what should I expect as someone who's going no contact? I don't care what she sends me. I don't care how she tries to reach me. Unless she ends up at my door, she will never see me again. what should I expect? Do I expect? Should I expect more messages? Should I expect no messages?
She gonna slow it down. Next
Yeah,
thing is going, she gonna slow it down after she see you not responding. She give you a little time because right now she know you mad, but
yeah,
she'll
she already
slow it
has.
down, and
Mhm.
she's right, and she want to choke you out. She want to choke you out to see how much you can take before you break, before you respond or you send something back.
Mhm.
Hey, you left your pen over here. It's your special pen.
Mhm.
So she gonna wait it out. But see, when you don't respond, remember she has an arrogant attitude. She thinks that she can control you the same way she controlled him.
If I
So
don't respond,
if you don't respond, if you don't respond,
mhm.
it doesn't matter. In her mind, she still thinks that you saw how easy she was able to get back with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She thinks that about you the same way. She thinks that about everybody
mhm.
because she looks at it like, man, look, I am pretty hot and amazing over here, and you ain't about to let all this fabulousness just sit here like this. Once I'm giving you attention, she's seeing that, okay, you just right now you angry, but she's like, hey, I know you're gonna get over it, and eventually you'll feel sorry for me another day. And when that day comes, I'm gonna break something and I'm gonna let you fix it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if
You
a
know,
couple months goes by? Sorry, China.
what I wanted to say is with all these toxic dating coaches and stuff out here teaching people to go no contact and how to make a person chase and all this type of stuff, this no contact now, it's all like a who can wait the longest game now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So your best bet is to not even focus on how she's gonna feel, is to focus on you and how you can stay no contact and heal and get better and move on with your life.
that's it. Because even if you go no contact, she still feel that energy.
Yeah,
She still
it
feel the
breaks you
energy
out.
that you still want to be with her. She
But
know the condition
I,
she left you in.
I actually don't, to be honest with you. And I feel like maybe I didn't make it that clear to her, but to be honest, just between us, guys, like this time I really feel a lot more at peace. I thought that living without her would be the most horrible thing in the world. I was used to coming home with her. And yeah, I still get little bouts of sadness, but I walk around my place right now and I feel good without her here. I feel peaceful. I could make dinner on my own and eat by myself. I could go to sleep and watch your videos, Hario. Your videos are really helpful.
Yeah,
I feel so much better than I ever thought I would. And I
Hmm.
don't know if she could feel that. It doesn't matter if she can or not, but I'll never respond to another thing she says ever,
Hmm. Well,
ever.
again, this is that end stage, and this is one of those time periods where both of y'all still thinking about each other daily.
Yeah.
She knows it. So she's looking at it like, well, hopefully he won't end up in a relationship with somebody,
Mhm.
and I'll be able to step in at a later date. Remember, she just was able to pull a supply off the shelf after she had him on the shelf for how long?
While she was
So,
living with another man.
well,
Unbelievable.
exactly. So her confidence is way up here on 10, focusing on what she's gonna be thinking. Man, you're not gonna be you're trying to make sense out of something that's never going to make sense.
Mhm.
Everything with her, you cannot add logic to the way they move. You got to sit back and think about, what do I control? I control me.
yeah,
So what can I do that's going to help me move forward in this process? Because at the end of the day, man, the one thing we hate to do the most is we hate to take that L.
yeah.
We
And you know
hate
what?
to take it. Go
She
ahead.
have so much distractions that she can wait you out. So you
Right.
just really just wasting your time waiting to see what she's gonna do next.
Mhm.
She got more than enough distractions to just wait for you to contact her. She don't need to it's fresh. She know you she's still in your head.
Yeah.
So there's no need for her to reach out.
It's
That's right.
true. It's
That's
true.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
She like, hey man, you still right there. I
Mhm.
know you still bringing me my little belongings to my mom's house and whatever,
Mhm.
what have you. She like, man, she's at the point right now where she's still smearing your name.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
for
has,
sure.
the jury's still out on that. She still got to make you look worse than anybody else she's ever dealt with.
For
And
sure.
because she got to justify to everybody else that saw that she was living with you that she's living. Well, I guess she ain't got to justify it to them because she hang around a bunch of people that's doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
if everybody in her circle is doing stuff like that, bro, again, you got to go back to that mirror and ask the guy in the mirror. You got to talk to Paul and say, "Hey, Paul, what we doing, man?
Mhm.
What we doing? Because
Yeah.
we see the red flags. Good gosh, you look like China over there. Just real. I mean, she straight got it looking like man. Every move you make, not only is she toxic, but she got a whole entire clan of flying monkeys that's doing the same line, cheating, manipulating from
Yeah.
each other.
Mhm.
I guarantee you, one of them females coming to see you before it's all over. Please come back and let us know what she do,
Mhm.
because that's how they do, man. That's
Yep.
how they do. And see, that's one of the reasons why she wanted to make sure she smeared you, because she know her girlfriends. She know how they are. And this guy Cook, what? And you ain't with him no more? Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I remember that address. You'll see.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, man. Well, hey, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. We appreciate you. We had a good old time in here tonight, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys are great. You've been a
Absolutely.
great resource for my healing. So thank you so much. In China,
Oh
it
yeah,
was
man. Oh
great.
yeah,
So good to
man.
see you.
Hey, bro. Always,
Yeah.
always, man. My thing is, we learn so much. It's one thing when we're talking about it, but it's a totally different thing when we're able to talk about it with somebody who's going through it in real time,
Mhm.
because then that person can give people nuggets on the spot that, okay, this is what's going on, and then you got to deal with this, and then that happened, and all of these different things are happening. And look, the bottom line is you can keep on taking them back, but it ain't gonna change nothing. And does okay, so we're gonna end the show with this question: does it get better, or does it get worse every time you got to go through this with her?
Oh, it got significantly worse. Significantly, because the more comfortable she gets, and to be honest with you, I also got significantly worse. My entire demeanor to her got worse as well. The relationship completely dissolved from something that was once fun and enjoyable, and we would have a great time together, passionate, to just something that neither of us could continue because it was just so disastrous. It got
Mhm.
horribly worse with every time I took her back, horribly worse, to the point where we would make up and then we would have nothing to say to each other afterwards. There's no more value or love or content anymore. We would just break up and make up and break up and make up for the sake of it. That was the relationship over time.
Wow, man. Hey, again, I appreciate you, and I especially appreciate you right now because I got 3 clients that's going through the exact same thing
Hmm.
right now, and literally daily. I'm about to send all of them a text message. Look, man, watch tonight. Make sure you. Well, I saw 2 of them in here tonight. Other one I know is at work, but they have to see it coming from somebody who also is going through it, because they get these ideas that they change for the other person. The narc must have changed. The only way I could see, and the crazy part is, one of them actually is the exact same situation, dealing with the person, for the same amount of years, and and the person went back to the ex. Oh my goodness. And they just so yeah, Yeah, and this is what I want them to see, that nah, they went back over there, but you know what? They still gonna be reaching out. They still
Mm.
not happy,
Oh yeah.
because there is no such thing as a happy narcissist.
No.
That's that, family. And on that note, we up out here, y'all. Thank you, family. I appreciate you, China, once again, as you always do. It is incredible. My man
Thank
Paul came through the scene, man, and just blazed us tonight. Man, I can see the whole chat just brighten up when you come through, champ. You gotta come through and see us again real soon, man.
Sounds
You
great.
know,
Thank you. Thank
especially
you
going through
guys.
the process, man. You
Sure.
know, let's walk through it again.
Yeah.
Sure.
You good
And
with
make
that?
sure you build a support system is very important.
For sure.
There you go.
I will.
There you go.
Thank you guys. You guys are wonderful.
Good
Hey,
night, guys.
hey, y'all. Good night. Peace and soul train. I'll see y'all next week. We're gonna do it like that. Everybody have a happy weekend, and we just gonna keep on living, loving, and enjoying this life, y'all.